Welcome back to Movies TV Mad. You can follow me on Twitter at Movies TV Mad, and welcome to my coverage of the Warner Brothers Discovery up front. Disclaimer, we may not get anything that we want to get today. We may just get some trailers for these 5 movies, and that will be okay. But we may get a brand new slate. We may get some major announcements. Let's go. Another disclaimer, I don't know what time this all starts. Rewind the times. Morning, Mick from Rhode Island. Good morning to you. It's late afternoon here in Cyprus. Haven't even had a shower yet, but I have to get this coverage started. I'm very excited, and I'm very, very excited to be here. Breaking news, by the way, James Wan's wife has reacted to Amber Heard's testimony about Aquaman 2. I don't have the quote, but I did see on Twitter, and it was about lies, hurting people. So very, very interesting. So as we can see already, the DCEU in its current state is in a good position to make any kind of big money. Will we get a reaction to that in today's Warner Brothers Discovery up front? Rewind the times, 9:29 a.m. here. Good. It is 4:30 p.m. in the afternoon here in Cyprus. So yes, we don't know what announcements we're going to get. My notifications are ready. So there's 2 accounts this could be coming from. So I'm very, very excited for this upfront to begin. Again, I don't know what time it's starting, but join me. Stay here with me live as I react to this year's, the first Warner Brothers Discovery upfront lives. We know that David Zaslav has been approaching people for the past year, including Icon, former WB and Disney Titan CEO Alan Horn. So he clearly knows that things have to change about this studio. And today, hopefully, we see elements in these announcements that he understands that things have to change. What will we get? I genuinely have no idea. So this thing is going to be as surprising, shocking, or underwhelming as it will be to you. I have no idea what we're going to get here, but I'm very, very, very excited. I'm excited to be covering this live. I think it's important to my audience. It's important to me that I do cover this live because it's a big, huge, massive event. So welcome to Movies TV Mad and my coverage of Warner Brothers Discovery's first up front. Yesterday was the Disney up front, and they were quite underwhelming, if you ask me. So what will we get today? Very exciting. How are you feeling about the upcoming Warner Brothers Discovery up front? Please let me know in the comments. That's what I'm here to gauge your opinions. Are you excited? Could we get a Man of Steel 2 announcement? We'd be dreaming. Zack Snyder's Justice League 2. Could we get that announcement? I've done a poll there. What would you rather get? Man of Steel 2, 20%. Zack Snyder's Justice League 2, 80%. If I'm honest, as a Superman fan, I would rather have Man of Steel 2. In an ideal world, we would get both, but be prepared. Disclaimer, we may not get either. Please smash the like button, because I'm probably going to be here for a while. As I say, I don't know when this is starting, but I did notice someone's video is coming in half an hour. So I thought I better get on the live so I don't miss the coverage for you all and for myself. I've been up all night thinking about this, wondering what's going to happen here and what's not going to happen. I absolutely don't have a clue. So yeah, I'm nervous. I'm on tenterhooks. I don't know what they're going to have for us. And of course, it'll be exciting to see what other Warner Brothers kind of announcements we're going to get here as well. Could be some trailers as well for Black Adam, which they've just finished some pickups, not reshoots. And Shazam, Fury of the Gods, we'll probably get some trailers for that. Alex, when does it start? I have no idea. I'm here, ready for the coverage. Should be sooner rather than later. I have no idea. But I will be getting updates via Twitter. So we will react to all of this together. Rewind the times. I'm nervous. My guts say he's going forward with the Hamadaverse. Just she's going to change it up a bit. Who knows? just nervous. He could go forward with the Hamadaverse more than likely. He may not change a damn thing. Anything is possible here. So it's interesting. What happens if he doesn't change a thing? He's not going to make any money. And surely he understands that. With the sale of the CW and cancellations of multiple CW shows, he clearly is ruthless enough to put things to bed when they're clearly not working. So as I say, I'm excited for this, just to see where we are. If nothing happens today, we know this is another unambitious leadership. If real things happen today, then we know we're going to places, because it doesn't hurt to announce things. You don't have to make them immediately. You know, you could have already had discussions with Zack Snyder and Henry Cavill. By God, I hope he has. We'll have to wait and see. I really do not know. Yes, I'm in my t-shirt and shorts. Rewind the times. It's good. I just pray it's good news, and it's news that gives us hope. So do I. But I really don't know at this point. Lots of people have got a wish list. Everyone thinks they're going to get what they want. We may not get what we want. Jack Juba. Hey, bud, where are they streaming their event? And what time in the UK? I have no idea about timings. I'm covering this. I think they're probably going to start very soon. One of their social media said they're going to start their upfront. So I'm assuming it's very, very soon. Keep it here. Movies TV Mad Live with me, Mick, to get my reaction, to gauge your own reactions on here. We don't know what's coming. We don't know what's not coming. So stay here on Movies TV Mad, the place to be. Jax Juba. Thanks, buddy. I think they said 11 a.m. ET, but what's that UK time? Let's have a look what time that is UK time. Well, that's 4 p.m. That's 4 p.m., which means we've got another 90 minutes. So it could be 90 minutes till this thing starts. So I definitely started this thing far too early, but we're here now. So we proceed, we carry on. So we are, I think, around 90 minutes prior to this, but that gives us a good build-up. Jax Jobe, just check 4 p.m. UK start time. Yep, that's right. So we can build up here and we can excite ourselves. And please let me know what you want from the Warner Brothers Discovery up front. Because I've been reporting on this for a while. I've been talking about this. What do I want? I don't want the Hamadaverse. I'll be honest. I want a brand new universe. I want Snyder to finish off his arc. I want Man of Steel 2, but that's Fantasyland. If we get that today, then I'm going to fucking dance. I'm going to do the gig. I don't expect us to get none of this stuff today. Scott Edwards, what's up? Good afternoon from Cyprus, Scott Edwards, and welcome to my coverage of the Warner Brothers Discovery up front that kicks off in just under 90 minutes. So welcome to my build-up. As I say, let me know what you want from these up fronts. It's going to be very interesting to look at your comments afterwards, after we actually get these announcements. Scott Edwards, what are your predictions? I did do a predictions video. It's more what I want in my heart. It's not what I think I'm going to get. I want Man of Steel 2. I want the Snyderverse to be restored. I want a brand new DC universe. I want a DC Studios. I want a Warner Brothers Pictures Discovery Studios run by a competent person, not Toby Emmerich. But we're dreaming. I mean, imagine if this studio was actually run competently. This new leadership is going to show us one way or the other what they're made of. If they're the real deal today. We will find out in just under 90 minutes. I don't know the order of the announcements either, so it's going to be very, very interesting, but I will keep my eyes on what's going on from Warner Brothers Discovery and their social media. just in case we got the timings wrong. Jacques Joubert, what I'm hoping for: 1, Snyderverse restored; 2, air cut. Yes, I would like that too. Released; 3, Zack Snyder's Justice League in cinemas; 4, hopefully some update regarding Ezra and the Flash. They're not going to mention him by name, but it may be deleted from the slate. That would be the only thing you would get, if anything. We've got an Ezra and a Flash. 5, linking in the true DC universe. Scott Edwards, what do you think we're not getting? Well, look, I mean, the things I want, I don't think we're going to get. Rewind the times. I want to hear continuity movies that have a final destination, a plan, not like the MCU. Phase 4. I want to hear that one person who knows the DC universe is overlooking these movies. My shortlist: Jacques Joubert, 0, and Emmerich and Hamada out. That would be good. That really would be a party again, Jax. I don't expect that to happen. It's what you want to happen. It's what I want to happen. This is common sense, which means it probably won't happen. All we can do is hope for the best. But if we don't get what we want today, the fight isn't over. We keep on fighting by not going to cinemas. I mean, it's hard for me to boycott stuff, and I want to see these movies because these 5 projects do sound good. But Walter Hamada is not the right person to be leading this franchise. He's probably never picked up a DC graphic novel in his life. He doesn't talk to the public. He's in hiding since Ray Fisher's accusations. And I think the thing that we may get today, I don't think we'll get a restoration of the Snyderverse. I hope that we do. I think one of your wishes there is for Zack Snyder's Justice League to be released in theaters. I think that's possibly the only thing we may get. We'll have to wait and see. Scott Edwards, we might get a release date for Batgirl. They may announce Batgirl for a cinematic theatrical release, or even if it's on HBO Max still, as long as we get some kind of date. That's what I want to say. So, Jacques Joubert. Apparently, Deborah Snyder is up for head of DC Media and Productions, but that's just typical social media speculation. Yeah, that's very, very unlikely. That would be fantastic because Zach would be back full time. Obviously, his wife is not going to give him the opportunity. I would like that. It would be cool. She's a very competent producer. She has great experience and knowledge from the industry. But again, Jax, very, very unlikely. And I think we should hold down our expectations here. Scott Edwards, we should definitely still go see movies we're getting. Yes, listen, it's up to people. All I'm saying, if you want to hurt them, you hurt their pockets. I mean, personally, I would support these movies because they do sound like good movies. But there's no question people will boycott the DCEU. People will boycott the Flash movie, and people will definitely boycott Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom if Amber Heard is still involved. That trial is not going well for her in the court of public opinions. Legally, it really doesn't matter. Well, it matters for Johnny Depp. Scott Edwards, maybe a Black Adam trailer. Yeah, we could get that. That could be the very least. I expect to get trailers for this year's DC movies at the very least. Jax Joba, got to get back to work. Keep up the good work, buddy, and everybody enjoy at 4 p.m. Thank you very much, Jax. See you later. Thank you for the support. So it really is an auspicious occasion. The Warner Brothers Discovery upfronts are actually going to be held at Madison Square Gardens, that we've had so many historic and iconic events, and this is going to be a huge one as well. Of course, this is not just about DC. They'll be making a lot of exciting announcements. We'll see what they're going to say. Scott Edwards, Arrowverse is more tomorrow. Yes, I have no idea about Arrowverse and the TV stuff. I probably won't be covering that. I'll be covering this. My audience is more interested in this. Welcome to Movies TV Mad Live and my coverage of the Warner Brothers Discovery upfronts, live from Madison Square Gardens in just under 90 minutes time. So I think in about an hour and 17 minutes time, it will begin. Rewind the times. I feel if Zaslav goes forward with the Hamadaverse, it slows Zaslav himself. Don't know DC characters because Hamada don't know either. Again, I feel they're continuing that universe. It scares me. Well, if they do, the people it's going to hurt the most is them, because the buzz for that is just from a few DC fanboys. You know, it isn't the kind of buzz that you get from the MCU. They're in trouble here. They're in trouble. They have to create some buzz. Even if they do release these 5 movies, which I expect them to, there needs to be a plan after that. Squad Edwards, I can send you an Arrowverse article to read for tomorrow, DCU Daily. Well, Scott, if there's big news today, I won't have time to do it because I'll be talking about the Warner Brothers Discovery up front and the exciting announcements that we're hopefully getting. I have to go with the coverage the masses want. And it's what I want. It's what's important to me, considering Arrowverse is pretty much dead now anyway. Welcome to Movies TV Mad. I'm Mick, your host with the most, and welcome to my coverage of Warner Brothers Discovery up front. Coverage begins in just under an hour. Scott Edwards, it's 7 proper ways to wrap up the Arrowverse. Yeah, I'm probably not going to have time tomorrow. Listen, Scott, you can send it to me, and if it's a slow news day, I'll do it. But apart from that, I can't promise you. I'm sorry. So are we all excited for the Warner Brothers Discovery up fronts coming live in just under an hour's time? Wow, wow, wow. See, I don't expect them to give us what we want. So if they do give us what we want, even one thing, it's going to be crazy. Rewind the times. These next 5 movies have to be grand slams. They're not going to be grand slams. They have to be great movies with surprises. Henry Cavill, because the MCU is boring people to death, and the DC movies can pump some life into fans. That's true. That's true. Let's see. I think they're good movies. I think they're certainly good movies and worth going to the cinema to see. Whether they're the movies that are going to reignite the franchise, I have my doubts. Scott Edwards, the only thing I really want from the CW up front is special event crossover announcement. I want a lot more than that, Scott, as I've already said. I'm focused on the DC Extended Universe and the future of the live-action movies. That's my focus. I think that's what most people's focus is. And I'm here for those people. Because we've been fighting for the integrity of DC live-action way before Man of Steel. And we've never been given something to be excited for. We've had great movies. DC has better individual movies than Marvel, but we've never had a franchise to get excited about. Rewind the times. If Doctor Strange can get 700 million, Black Adam and etc. can definitely hit 700 plus, in my opinion. No, because it doesn't work like that. Rewind the times. That movie made so much money, not because of Doctor Strange, but because it's a part of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. And the DCEU doesn't have that pull. That's the problem that they've got. Scott Edwards, oh yeah, I'm excited for the movie stuff too. Crossover stuff is the only stuff I really care about from the TV side. Please smash the like button. Please share. Please tell the world about me. I'm going to give you #1 coverage of this event. Let's keep up to date. Nothing going on right now. Right, I'm just looking on Twitter. Right. So no more comments to read out for you right now, but I'm here for you. I'm here to cover the Warner Brothers Discovery up front. The DCEU has been going since 2013's Man of Steel, a film that I absolutely adore and saw 3 times in movie theatres. And if I wasn't busier at the time over here, I would have definitely seen it double, quadruple that. It's a very satisfying movie, as is Batman vs. Superman: Dawn of Justice, and I do like the first Suicide Squad movie as well, as I do Wonder Woman. What's after Wonder Woman? Justice League, which is not worth talking about. Aquaman, I adore Aquaman. Shazam's okay. Wonder Woman 84 is rubbish, so is Birds of Prey. James Gunn's The Suicide Squad is a good one-off view. Nothing more than that. So welcome to my channel. This is where we talk about entertainment daily. So I do the DCEU daily, pre-recorded every day, normally a 10 to 20 minute, sometimes half an hour daily video where I update you about DC live action. I will sometimes come live. I used to come live every day, but I'm stopping that because it's not uplifting my platform. But that's what I'm going to be doing. And I'm going to be talking a lot about Doctor Who, as you've noticed in the past week, because things are happening. The show's foundations are being re-cemented. So I'm very excited about what's going on with Doctor Who as well. But today we're covering the Warner Brothers Discovery up front. And welcome to my channel. It may be a small channel. It may not have many views and likes and subs, but it does a good job. Let me assure you of that. Rewind the times. Mick, in your opinion, what's wrong with the DC movies? We started off great with Man of Steel, BVS, Suicide Squad, and then such a dip. What happened? Right, let me explain to you. Even with Snyder, we were never going to reach the audience that they reached because Snyder makes a certain type of film. So he can never attract the mainstream audience. So bringing him in, if you want a mainstream successful MCU franchise, he was the wrong choice. So thing number one, what went wrong with the actual franchise is what I've just said. Now, in terms of what Snyder did with the franchise, I personally like it. Getting rid of him was a mistake. Bringing in Hamada to restructure the franchise was a mistake. But they really shouldn't have brought Snyder and Nolan to run this thing in from the beginning. But I do like what those guys did with Man of Steel, BVS, Zack with BVS, the Snyder Cut, Wonder Woman 2017, even Suicide Squad. I think we were going down a good course, and I think people would have come to the party by Justice League 3. That's really what's gone wrong with the entire situation. Bringing in Snyder, realizing that people in the mainstream and the hardcore comic fans didn't want Snyder, getting rid of Snyder, trying to rework the franchise instead of starting again, which is what they should have done. These are what the basis of the mistakes are and why we are where we are today. The build up to the Snyder Cut, that controversy, the stuff that Snyder was saying, Ray Fisher was saying, it's not a good look. Studio and creatives arguing publicly is not a good look. It's embarrassing. These are the situations. This is what went wrong with the DCEU. Scott Edwards, will they announce a movie slate? This is what I'm expecting, Scott. This is what I want them to do. They could just announce the movie slate they've already got, but I hope it's a revised movie slate. We desperately need that. It could be a movie slate that subtracts certain pieces of content and puts new pieces of content. What we want to see is Man of Steel 2 and Zack Snyder's Justice League 2 in that slate. Realistically, that probably won't happen, but that's what we're wishing and hoping for. So I'm really excited to see what's going to happen here. But, you know, anyone can tell you what went wrong with the DCEU. You don't need me to tell you that. It's pretty obvious what went wrong with the DCEU. And I think there's no other thing, even if you're a biased Snyder fan or a biased Hamada fan, if there actually are any biased Hamada fans, you can see what's wrong. From the moment they said to Snyder, creative differences, you want something we don't, They should have started again. Doing Justice League was so embarrassing for a respectable studio like Warner Brothers. Rewind the time. Do you think they move any of these movie dates up? I think the only likely scenario is that they actually delay Black Adam and Shazam Fury of the Gods till next year. That's more than likely than them moving them further. But they could do that. That would be shocking to me and exciting. I can't see that happening. Joel Familia, his films got butchered behind the curtains by Hungry Money, Desperate Execs. Since MOS 2 was a standalone movie with Metallo as the villain with Batman appearing at the end. Listen, Joel, I understand what you're saying, but they were after a mainstream audience, so they appointed the wrong people in the first place. But I like what Snyder did. What you're saying about MOS 2 sounds really exciting. I think Snyder had a vision and an identity. I personally love what he did, and I think they made a mistake buckling under the pressure. Scott Edwards, maybe an Infinite Crisis movie or series. Who knows? I don't want to get anyone's hopes up too high here. So during this live, because we've got about an hour and 6 minutes, I may go off to have a drink and a cigarette outside. I hope you don't mind, because I did start this video too early. I didn't realise the upfronts didn't start till 6 p.m. No, what should I say? What's the time? 6 p.m. my time. So I thought I was just in time, but never mind. It's exciting, and I think it's good for the channel to build this up. Scott Edwards, are you going to be covering live? I will be here while the upfronts are on. I have got my notifications on for Warner Brothers Discovery. So as soon as I get the notifications, I'm going to announce the news to you. Basically, I'm probably just going to tell you everything that they're letting us know about films, not just DC, because this is a channel called Movies TV Mad. So I should cover all of it, and I'm very excited to do that. That's why I do Doctor Who videos, because I love Doctor Who. It's a television show. I'm called Movies TV Mad. I'm not just here for DC, but DC is the prominent thing that I talk about. And so there's no need for you to be concerned, but I do want to cover other things that are important to me and other people as well. Because I'm ambitious. I'm very ambitious for this channel. I want this channel to hit the heights. That's why I invested in an HD camera. Otherwise, I wouldn't have bothered. I still don't have the best equipment, but I believe what I've got to offer can take this channel and this community all the way, because I'm passionate about entertainment. I'm genuine. You may not believe that because everyone says they're genuine, but I genuinely love the entertainment industry. I love stories, and I want to be covering this for me and for you in a genuine way, and I do believe I can uplift this channel. But I do think I've made mistakes with this channel. Going live every day, I think, didn't help my channel at all. And I think pre-recorded videos as well as a live once or twice a week probably are the way to go. Scott Edwards, would you rather see Man of Steel 2 or Justice League 2? I'm a Superman fan, Scott. Although I'd love to see both, I'd love to see Henry Cavill back as Man of Steel. If that happens, shall I say that again? I'd love to see Henry Cavill back in Man of Steel 2. That's what I want more than anything, because I'm a Superman fan, and I do believe he's freaking relevant, and I do believe he should be fucking everywhere. Joel Famila, MOS 2 all the way. Joel, a friend for life. But yeah, seriously, yeah, that's what I want. Look, and if we can't get Man of Steel 2, just give me a Superman film. Please, give me a Superman movie. If that's with a new actor, it's with a new actor. We can't carry on having a live-action universe that replaces Superman with Supergirl. That's wrong on so many levels. We are all fed up of the bait and switch. You know, come on. Stop it. I want to see Sasha Calle's Supergirl. I'm excited for her. But at the end of the day, she can't be replacing no Superman. They should be on screen together. It's what we all want. As bad as She-Hulk looks, at least we've got Ruffalo's Hulk and She-Hulk on screen together. And that's the beauty of the MCU. And that's why it has an audience, giving people what they want. Scott Edwards, the Arrowverse kind of replaced Supergirl with Superman lol. Not really. He's not a replacement. He's not a replacement for anyone. Superman should have been this first character in the Arrowverse. But because Greg Berlanti is an SJW, he decided to give us everything but Superman. And now Superman is actually propping this franchise up. It's literally, apart from the Flash and Stargirl, the only things out there. I don't want to see anyone replace Supergirl or Superman. They're the House of L. They should be together in a House of L show. Superman and Lois should have been a House of L show with both of them. It should have been called Superman and Supergirl, not Superman and Lois. Them together. But they don't like men and women standing equally together because they're not really interested in equality as much as they say that they are. They are extremists. And they hate straight white men. I don't know why. Imagine your children listening. Imagine your young boys hearing that straight white males, straight white boys are a piece of shit. How does that do to their mental health? Extremism hurts people. Always remember that. Scott Edwards, do you think Tyler Superman should get his own movie? I don't think it would work personally. I think he's great where he is. I'd like to see him with the other Supermen, like a Spider-Man No Way Home scenario, yes. But on his own, it would be very difficult. And certainly, he would need a better costume. I have to say this. His costume is terrible. It really is terrible. I love the show. I love Tyler as Superman. But that costume's a fucking joke. Not the design, but the way it looks like he's just put it on like a fucking jumper. It's fucking ridiculous. WB do some embarrassing things, don't they? It seems to be always with Superman, the upper lip with Cavill. Tyler Heckling's costume. Just weird, isn't it? Welcome to Movies TV Mad. We are covering the Warner Brothers Discovery upfronts. I'm very excited to be here with you, doing this live. I did contemplate not doing this and reacting in a pre-recorded on tomorrow's DCEU Daily, but I said, fuck it. This is huge. This is so important. So we've got to be covering this live. Even though I don't have the numbers to go live, I thought, why not? Scott Edwards, do you think we'll see Melissa Supergirl again? With the way it's going with Arrowverse, it's going to be difficult. The only thing I can see, maybe, beyond all hope, is her cameoing in Superman and Lois. She will never be on her own show again. She's the director. Good day, Mick. I'm ready for today, finally. So am I. Please don't get your hopes up. We don't know what we're going to get, what we're not going to get. I'm hopeful that they restore the Snyderverse. I'm hopeful for Man of Steel 2, but I don't know anything. And I want you all to be aware that even if we don't get what we want today, the fight goes on. Don't lose hope. Callis, killing off Superman in his second movie, that wasn't even a sequel in his movie, were WB's biggest mistake. Rewind the times, Mick. I applaud you for all the live chats and interactions you do with us fans. I see a live chat of Grace Randolph, and if you are not a patron, you can't even talk to her. You've got to pay to leave a message. Well, there you go, because she's a business and she's a huge channel. So if I become that huge, what would I do to avoid that kind of disgusting behavior? I would have to say to people, right? And I'd have to balance it out. If you pay, I'll talk to you. And even if you don't pay, I'll talk to you. But then if you talk to people who don't pay, then you don't make the money. But sometimes people do like to support the channel. That's the kind of thing I'd like to do, Rewind. Chubby Teddy Monster Productions, welcome. Mick, you are great. So are you. And welcome to Movies TV Mad and my coverage of the Warner Brothers Discovery upfronts, live and exclusive from Madison Square Gardens. I'm so excited to be here today. And I'm happy that you're here, and I hope that you all can be here for the foreseeable because I'm covering this. I will give you the updates. I will react to the updates. I am here. Unless something breaks down, I will cover the whole thing. I will tell you all the announcements, not just DC, everything. I will tell you them as soon as I get them. So we now have just under an hour to the Warner Brothers Discovery up front. So I'm so excited. So let's have a look. Nothing going on right now. It's almost time for the first ever Warner Brothers Discovery up fronts. That was 21 minutes ago, so we can't be far away now. That's very, very exciting. So I'm not seeing anything yet. Right, we got some breaking news though, if you're interested, about something that's not linked to DC. Breaking, Adult Swim has announced development on a Rick and Morty anime series. There is an anime Rick and Morty series coming. That's very, very exciting. Right, so that's what I've got for you at the moment. Chubby Teddy Monster Productions, how do you feel about She-Hulk? Listen, in terms of the content, I think it's pretty faithful to the comics. I don't like it that it's a sitcom, but apparently that's what the comics are, so I'll go with it. So I didn't like that. In terms of CGI, I don't have any expertise in CGI, so I can't give an account. I don't like the sitcom element of it. The CG looked passable to me, but let's be clear about this, and let's be very clear about this, that Phase 4 has certainly had lower budgets in it. Black Widow, terrible production values. You know, you can see the terrible production values in Phase 4. You can even see it in Doctor Strange 2. They've reduced the amount of money they're putting into this stuff. And also, I think because they've expanded into D+, they haven't actually built up the staffing at Marvel Studios to cope with everything. And I don't think they're handling it very well. I think they're overstretching themselves, which is another issue. Leroy Kong, hello guys, I'm at work now. I hope we hear good news about DC. Bat Super, hey Mick, good afternoon, Bat Super. Leroy Kong, She-Hulk looks promising. Yes, this is my coverage of Warner Brothers Discovery up front. You want to know if I'm covering the entire thing? Yes, I am. Now, I won't be interested in the business talk or anything like that. I'm here to basically give you the information, to react to the announcements. Everything WB, everything DC. It's going to be exciting. Please stay here with me here at Movies TV Mag. Now, I don't have the greatest internet. Sometimes I may go a bit weird. You may lose a word. Stick with me because I'm genuine. I'm here for you lot. Chubby Teddy Monster Productions, you think the MCU blew their wad with Endgame? Well, it depends what you mean. If you mean their production budgets, I don't know. I don't really like Endgame. I think Infinity War was the last great MCU movie I saw. I thought Shang-Chi was passable, apart from the SJW identity politics stuff. But I thought it was a passable movie. Endgame had great production values. The Russos did a great job with it. But for me, it wasn't a great movie. So I think Infinity War was the last great MCU movie. The quality has gone down. They've gone very SJW as well. It's at the moment, they're not making as much money as they should be, apart from Spider-Man No Way Home. And we know that Tobey Maguire brought that money into them. That's the reason. Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man is the most popular Spider-Man of all time. Forget about the sympathy for Andy Garfield, who I love. I'm not really into his films, by the way, Spidey films. But Tobey Maguire was the reason No Way Home made so much money. Ahmed Hikal, hey, Movies TV Mad, let's flash talk, long time no see. Right, Ahmed Hikal, we are here. We are building up to Warner Brothers Discovery up fronts. Now, that's a big event that Warner Bros. Will make lots of new announcements for. I'm here for that coverage. Now, if you want to talk Flash, you can, but I'll be clear. Once the event starts, I'm only interested in the upfronts. But if you want to talk about Flash, let's talk about Flash. Don't ask me any spoilers. Don't ask me anything about the film. I'm not going to tell you. If you have some theories, you can have them. I won't confirm them. Ahmed Hickow, let me ask you this. Leroy Kong, I'm hearing in the comics that Batman is gay or bisexual. Batman is not gay or bisexual. Total crap. It's not a subject I'm particularly interested in, Leroy, to be honest. They're going to do what they're going to do. It's up to them. And the customer's either going to like the taste or not like the taste. It's up to them. They know what works and they know what doesn't work. And they're not interested in being businesses anymore. Not just DC, all of them. It's up to them. They're being run by extremists. And it's, you know, they're all going to go out of business if they carry on. Ahmed Hickow, is there any slow-mo in Flash? Is the way he runs different than Zack Snyder's Justice League? There are differences to the way he runs, but what I mean is you see different ways of him running, but at times he still runs in that way as well. But of course it is another director, but I'm not answering any more questions about that movie. We know that Ezra Miller is a huge problem, a problem that WB have to deal with. What is the final decision they'll make? Leroy Kong, yes, I know, Mick. I'm just showing you the SJW are ruining everything. They are, but they're not ruining it for me. You know why, Leroy? Because I've got a cabinet full of Blu-rays, DVDs, 4K, VHSs. I can watch superior entertainment whenever I want. It's this generation I feel sorry for. But me, personally, I grew up with the best fucking stuff. And I've collected it all. So it's not a big deal to me. It's up to them. They're the ones that are going to lose money. Not me and not you. We grew up in better, more superior, artistic times. It's all right. I nearly tripped over the lead, my charger lead. It's all right. Ahmed Hickow, I heard that Ezra is doing better. He's committed to crimes. People are not going to go and watch the film. It's a big issue. Whether he's better or not is insignificant, unless you're that concerned about his personal health. Draco Knightley, I saw the She-Hulk trailer, like the comedy and law vibe, but the CGI is bad. Not an expert on CGI. I don't like the sitcom element, but apparently that's faithful to the comics. So if that's what the fans want, good luck to them. It's not really something that I want to see, but hey, Leroy Kong, yes, I agree, Mick. It's good that someone agrees with me sometimes. Someone said to me the other day, Mick, your YouTube channel, your platforms would be so much more popular if you were a little bit more disingenuous, if you weren't so direct. I'm sorry, I can't pretend to be someone that I'm not. Rewind, John. Hey, Mick, how are you today? Would love to hear your thoughts on the She-Hulk trailer. I thought the CGI was really bad. Yes, I did promise you a reaction, John. I do apologize, but I did my DCEU daily. There just wasn't enough time. Bad internet. It's going to take hours to upload a second video. I need to cover the coverage of Warner Brothers up front, Warner Brothers Discovery up front. So important. But my thoughts are simply this. I don't like the idea of a sitcom. It sounds boring to me. The stuff that we saw was shit in terms of being funny or entertaining. They don't even know how to be funny. The slaying of Batman and Superman in their little words was pathetic. It's not something that I'm interested in. In terms of the CGI, I'm no CGI expert, but I certainly didn't really enjoy what I saw. I like how direct you are. There is no bullshit. Thank you, Alex. Rewind the times. Did you hear? They want to change either Mr. Fantastic or the Human Torch to a woman in Fantastic Four. There was an article on it a few days ago. I rolled my eyes. It doesn't surprise me at all. That's super. I hate when she'll say, this might be the best Marvel movie ever yet. Hilarious. It winds me up too. Ahmed Hickow, when will we hear any decisions from Warner Discovery about the Ezra situation. Well, right now, his Flash movie is being released next June. That's where we are with that. I don't know if the situation changes or not. Draco Knightley, the actress that they have for She-Hulk, is really good one from Orphan Black. She will probably make the show at least watchable. It's amazing to me that someone from Orphan Black would even dumb down to be in the MCU. It shows you where we are in the industry. What's the challenge? What's the hype? Why are you doing it? Because you want to be watched by a mainstream audience so you can get more roles, I suppose. Right, let's have a look. We are Warner Brothers Discovery ad sales. We are ready. Right, so I'm on the page on Twitter. So I will keep on refreshing it because that's the place to be. Alex, do you think they will cast Alex, do you think they will cast an always Fantastic Four, or will they go full SJW and race bend a couple? They probably will be doing some cultural swapping and some gender bending as well, I would assume. That is what Marvel is now. Ahmed Hickow, for me, they will release the movie normally because it's already done, and replacing Ezra will cost more and it will need more time. Bad take, because as we already know, with him being in the movie, that's going to cost them more money than remaking the movie, right? The movie cannot make money anymore because of him. But you may be right. They may decide to go with it, but they're not going to make much money from doing that. Draco Knightley, are they going to announce actual movie news or more so financial information? That's what I don't know. I'm assuming it's an upfront. So clearly they're going to give us the content that will be coming out in the next few years. I'm assuming there will be content announcements, but I think we'll be getting a bit of both, Draco. John, I heard that the Fantastic Four movie will be the last movie of Phase 4. So I think we'll be all glad to see the back of Phase 4, but I don't think that means that Phase 5 will be any better. Phase 4 of the MCU is exactly where we are with entertainment today. The wrong people have got a stranglehold on the industry, and it isn't going to change until they really, really start to feel the butt kick of the consumer, and they make less and less money. Hollywood is stubborn. Hollywood is stubborn. They live in a bubble. They don't get it. They think they're right and everybody else is wrong. But we're the paymasters. We're the kingmakers. We can destroy you by not consuming your product. And until you understand that, you will keep on failing your business and your consumer. And yes, you may not care about it, but ultimately, you have to care about it. Ahmed Hickow, but you saw the movie and applaud Ezra performance. I think if it is really good, people will care, and less about the problems. People will care. I do applaud him as an actor. I don't applaud them. I applaud them as an actor. I don't applaud them as a person. Draco Knightley, I don't know how they will do the X-Men. They might just have to bring in some of the actors from Fox X-Men. Dark Phoenix will destroy Wanda. Here's my problem with X-Men. We've had such a great X-Men in recent history. It's going to be virtually impossible for Faye to go down the identity political kind of direction he wants to go. If he doesn't get it right, and how can he beat Hugh Jackman? How can you get better than Sir Ian McKellen or Sir Patrick Stewart? You can't get better than what Singer did in those first two movies. Singer is a terrible person, but he's a fucking genius. John, we will probably get the new Blade movie in Phase 5. Welcome to my coverage of the Warner Brothers Discovery upfronts. That's what I'm here to talk about today. Warner Brothers and DC live action. Let's go, everyone. We're not far away from the event. Draco Knightley, to be fair, the last 3 X-Men movies been rubbish. That's irrelevant because the first 2 X-Men movies were amazing. The MCU have to make something better than that, and they won't, Draco. It doesn't matter about the recent ones. The recent ones don't help the MCU because everyone remembers what Bryan Singer did in those first 2 movies. Bat Super X-Men can never be done justice in the MCU. It is impossible. Not in the way they make films, no. And neither will Neymar be done justice. Ahmed Hikal, final question about the movie, just to relax my mind. Is there a lot of slow-mo in the Flash? You've just asked me that, my friend. I know you don't want to spoil, but you know how big a Flash fan I am. You've kind of already asked me about the slow-mo. I've given you my answer about the running. I'm not going to say anything else because it's not fair, and I won't get any more test screenings. So it's important for my channel as well that I get access to those screenings. But we're here to talk about the Warner Brothers Discovery upfronts. I'm like you. I'm blind. I don't know if they're going to announce anything integral today or if we're going to get a great afternoon of announcements. Ahmed Hikka. Oh, okay, I understand. Thank you, Ahmed. Always a pleasure to have you on the live chats. And I hope you watch the pre-recorded content. So please remain on the channel, right? I'm going to have a refreshment break. I'm going to keep the video going so you can keep on commenting on the feed. I'll literally be 5 minutes. I hope that's okay, but I'm very hot, sweaty and dry, and I'm going to be here probably for the next few hours. So I need to have some refreshments. Bat Super, X-Men 1 and 2, and I will add Logan. Yes, as well, even though it isn't about the whole team. Oh, those 3 movies cannot be touched because they're actual movies. They have a vision and an identity. Draco Knightley, now Marvel fans are hating on Avatar 2, even though I'm not a fan of that series. It will smoke the MCU films. They hate anything that's made by talented people because they're intimidated by good things because they're not used to good things. Alex, did you just say Neymar? Is that his name? The guy, the underwater guy, yeah? Ahmed Hikal, so will we get big announcements? What's going on? I don't know. We want big announcements, but I don't know if we're going to get them. But we're here to see what they're going to announce. Right, everyone, I'm going to have a 5-minute refreshment break. Stay here. Stay on the comments. I'm just going to be gone for 5 minutes. I'm going to get a juice box, have a cigarette outside, then put some water on my face and refresh myself. I'll be back soon. You'll see me walking past. I'll be back. Don't go anywhere. So this is my coverage of the Warner Brothers Discovery upfronts. We're almost there. Chulala, restore the Snyderverse. Quite right too, but just don't get your hopes up. We don't know if that's going to happen here today. I want it to happen. Believe you me, I do. And you are in the right place. Let me just make sure there's nothing going on. Right, back soon. Alex, I thought Neymar the footballer that you are inferring to. No, we're not. I'm not interested in talking about him. Right, I won't be too long, everyone. Okay, well, we need a Man of Steel 2 before Justice League 2. W. John Cena is at the event. Ah, right. That's interesting. But also, that's not very exciting to me because that means they're just going to talk about the shit they're already doing. But super, I hope that they announce Man of Steel 2. It would be absolutely awesome. Too good to be true. I want it to happen. I don't believe it's going to happen. But super, I'll be DW. I agree with you. Yeah, listen, I would rather have a Man of Steel 2 anyway, because I'm a Superman fan. Right, cigarette, glass of milk. I'll be back soon. See Fulala, David Air dropped too many content. Haircut is inevitable. Ahmed Hikal, Flash fans, if you have any cues, Ahmed Hikal, any Bat Super, shoot, la la la. I think so too. Siesta director, haircut might get announced. Too many signs, especially with the plane pic he posted yesterday. He's hinting. Bat Super, I agree with you. That probably has the biggest chance of being announced. Rushkin Kalpan, Snyderverse, Hadniki Holes, yo, have the code. I don't know what you're talking about. I really hope that everyone's hopes and dreams happen today at Warner Brothers Discovery's upfronts, but don't get your hopes up too high. and let's see what happens. Scott Edwards, Aircut would be amazing. Yes, it's something that David Ayer deserves. I believe it's a much better movie. No radio music, a composed soundtrack. I prefer personally composed soundtracks. I don't like radio music. I know James Gunn likes that. It's not really for me. The event will kick off in half an hour. In half an hour, Warner Brothers Discovery upfronts kick off. So it's very, very exciting. Scott Edwards, would he have to reshoot any stuff? As far as I know, he claims no. He just needs to do a bit of post-production, record them. I think he's already done. I think he's probably got his own version of the movie. Chululula. They will just give us generic MCU rip-off content like Wonder Woman 84. I hope not. Siesta director David Ayer posted yesterday that he was boarding a plane to NYC, meaning today I think it might get announced at the end. While Cena is there, they will promote Peacemaker 2. Draco Knightley, so I reckon we will be getting Shazam director's cut as well. The Suicide Squad is a masterpiece. We won't get a Shazam director's cut. Ahmed Hikal, is there any life for it? I have no idea. John, I don't think any movies will be announced. I think they will save that for DC Fandom. I think they will announce some kind of fate. I don't think it's just about a business thing. So I don't think they're going to wait for DC Fandom at all. That would be a mistake. Hamid Harris. Okay, nobody has that code. I don't know what you're talking about. We're not here to talk about codes. We're here to talk about Warner Brothers Discovery's upfronts. Bat Super, Hamid Harris. It is only for investors and journalists, I think. Right, listen, everyone. It's upfronts. They're going to be announcing Warner Brothers content. That doesn't mean we're going to get what we want to get, but they will be announcing their slate for the next year or so. Ahmed Hikal, Flash trailer released. Imagine that. That might be a thing. These 5 upcoming movies, Black Adam, Shazam, Fury of the Gods, Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom, the Flash movie and Batgirl, they may release some content at this event. Scott Edwards, they haven't even said if they're having a DC Fandom this year. Exactly. Siesta director, I hope they announce when's Warner Bros. Discovery Fandom 2022. We don't know if we're getting one. I assume we will get one. But if you're thinking we're not going to get any announcements today because of Fandom, that's not happening. You know, this is a big event. It's basically what we got yesterday with the Disney upfronts. But let's wait and see what we get. We may not get anything that what we think we're going to get. We have to wait and see. Draco Knightley, DC Fandom is one of the smartest new concepts that any film company have done. Let me say that again. DC Fandom is one of the smartest new concepts that any film company has done. I agree. If it was MCU, we would never hear the end of it. Absolutely. They got there before. You know, Disney did. And I think that's credit to Ann Sarnoff, who isn't with us anymore. Shulalala. Warner Brothers said that Snyder Cut was a global phenomenon. They can't just ignore it. They can do whatever they want. I want them to restore it. Bat Super, there's an online version of Warner Brothers Discovery upfront, but only industry people with the code can access. Right? Well, don't worry about the code because I'm going to have the updates right here and I'm going to give them to you. And we're a bunch of fans here discussing it. This is the best place to be. If you watch it live anyway, you're just going to get a bunch of talk and you're going to get bored. It's best to do it this way. I, of course, would say that because you're on my channel. 31 people in my lives. I've never had so many people. Welcome to my coverage of Warner Brothers Discovery's upfronts. Live and exclusive from Madison Square Gardens. We're under half an hour away of the event. For the flow, I hope they show us a slate for DC movies. This will give a good indication to where Warner Brothers Discovery is heading with DC. Absolutely. The Detective 96, thanks for being cool. Thank you for being cool. MSGT, television content, HBO Max, Aircut, Justice League 2. Somebody travels into the theatrical Cavill back as Superman. Scott Edwards, how long is the presentation? I have no idea. Ahmed Hikau, let's look for the future. The past is the past. Sinful, what's the code though? I don't know. That's super shameful. It's not for the public. The Detective 96, you just got a new follower, sir. Thank you very much. I appreciate your support. Thank you. As you can see, I don't have many followers. I do have over 1,000 subscribers. Most of those people don't watch my content, but welcome and I appreciate you. Ahmed Hikau, I would love cinema content, not TV shows. I think we'll get a bit of both. That's the future. John, the Disney upfront event yesterday did not announce any movies. I know it didn't, but it did announce some content. And there were some interesting discussions with Kathleen Kennedy and the future of Star Wars as well. So maybe they won't announce any movies, John, but we're here to find out. I'm not Nostradamus. You're not Nostradamus. We don't know. Draco Knightley, how do you feel about David Tennant coming back? I think it's absolutely fantastic. The most popular Fantastic Doctor of the recent era, thanks to Russell T Davies. And I believe he's going to be involved with a spin-off. I think we're getting multiple Doctor Who spin-offs, and I think David Tennant is back for good. Like it, but I feel if they keep doing it, it becomes mundane. Like Peter Capaldi said, I would rather it be the 8th Doctor. Listen, you may get the 8th Doctor, I don't know, but I'm glad to see Tennant back. Tennant will never be mundane. MSGT announcement for the television platforms will give us some insight to movies. Don Bigelow, imagine they announce Batfleck getting a series. I doubt it though, being that Robert Pattinson is Batman. David Oshlichig, do you think anything major will be announced today? I hope it will. I don't have any knowledge of it. I just hope. The flow. Zaslav needs to make an impression. Start with a bang. I expect at least one big announcement. I hope so. Bat Super. John, I think Warner Brothers Discovery will announce because they want to make good impressions. As newly merged company, they want to set themselves apart from the poorly run WB. I could be wrong though. MSGT, Pattinson is not DCEU. Why do people keep doing this? Well, listen, I don't think people are saying he's DCEU, but he is the current Batman. And would they want two Batmen? Would it make any sense? I don't know. We're going to have to wait and see. I'm just going to call you Chitu. Yes, Zaslav needs to hype everyone up. It would suck to keep half of the fan base sad and upset. It's certainly not business. We're going to have to wait and see. As of this moment, Zack Snyder's Justice League, Snyderverse isn't a thing anymore. Let's see if he restores it in some way, shape, or form. Right, what's going on here? Jennifer Hudson, IMJ HUD, kicks off our Warner Brothers Discovery up front, highlighting Warner Brothers Discovery and the incredible impact it has had over the years with fellow Warner Brothers Discovery friends, Sean Robinson, Grant Hill, Anderson Cooper, B. Flay, Chick Payne. So that's nothing we're interested in. So Jennifer Hudson has arrived. Exciting things are happening at Warner Brothers up front. John Stillove, Chief US Advertising Sales Officer at Warner Brothers Discovery, has entered that chat to talk all things ad sales, we don't care, strategy, and more. The Warner Brothers up front begins now. So weeks ago, we embarked on the exciting new chapter with a simple mission to build the most dynamic media and entertainment company in the world. We couldn't be more excited about that. We're doing, and we're humbled by everything it represents and the massive opportunity ahead of us. David Zaslav. Right, that's your updates on it at the moment. Jennifer Hudson, the actress, that's right. Shutu, there are 3 Batmen in DC now. Well, we've only seen 1 Batman at the moment. So yes, the director, if they don't announce anything new, then honestly, that wouldn't be good for business, especially since there's a new takeover. MSG2, they too have 2 without Affleck or a recast. The DCU has no Batman. Draco Knightley, Jennifer Hudson, the actress, ripped that. John, like you have said a lot of times, Mick, the DCEU is dead. It is dead. It's not a money-making enterprise, and it hasn't been for a very long time. And even then, the money they brought in is solid, not great. Ahmed Hicko, I think they will announce DC Studios finally. I hope so. MSGT, the DCEU is more like a zombie right now. Agree. MSGT, zombie. Yes, we are waiting. We are waiting. So, yes, Jennifer Hudson has taken the stage. And that's all we've got so far. I think we've got about 20 minutes to the event kicks off. Very exciting. I don't know how long it will last for. I think a couple of hours, could be less. Draco Knightley, the Hamadaverse and Reeveverse will merge with Snyderverse. Maybe, I don't know. Look, Matt Reeves' universe is not going to have anything to do with anything else. Ahmed Hicko, let's call forth Green Lantern. John, I would like to see a Batgirl release date. I think that's the least we should get. And if we don't get that, there are some major problems with that. Hutfia, Saeed, how to watch it? No idea. Basically, you're going to get all the information by sticking on this channel. MSGT, 5 Snyderverse movies, 4.2 billion. Hamadaverse movies, 1.4 billion. Saeed, how can I watch it, please? I don't know. If you ask me again, I'm going to ignore you. You're going to get all the information on this channel. If you don't want it that way, I can't help you. There's no way you can watch the event live, I don't think. And you'd be bored watching it live anyway, because there's going to be a lot of business talk as well as the other stuff we're hoping to get. CS the director, what time will Toby Emmerich go on stage this time, Lowell? Well, that's interesting. I don't know. MSGT, I haven't figured out where this is being aired on television. I don't think it is a live event for television. No, it's not. I don't think it is anyway. Hisaf Said, how are you watching it? I am not watching it, my friend. I am on Twitter. I'm on Warner Brothers Discovery ad sales. They'll be updating all the news on that, and I'll keep refreshing. That's how I'm going to know. John, it's not a live event for the public. I know. How many more times, eh, John? This is Movies TV Mad, and this is my coverage of the Warner Brothers Discovery upfronts, live from Madison Square Gardens. An exciting event. Let's hope we get some announcements, but we may not. Let's hope we do. I don't know what's going on here. I don't know. Everyone's made the assumptions we're getting big announcements, but we don't really know. But I'm here to cover it, because I assume that's what you would want me to do. Welcome to the channel. MSGT, so did they restore it yet? Restore it? Nope. Nothing's been restored. Nothing's happened yet. Be patient. We have about 18 minutes to go till the actual event kicks off. I'll refresh just in case. Give a round of applause as Turner Sports EJ welcomes Hall of Famers Wayne Gretzky Shaq and 45 Pedro Martinez to the Warner Brothers upfront stage. MSGT, do it. We want them to, but I can't promise you that's what they're going to do. But that's why we're here, to see what this event's all about. I genuinely don't know if it's just about ad sales, if it's just about business. But the world is going mad about this and saying lots of things are going to happen. So I'd be remiss not to be covering it. But I've never made you any promises in what's going to happen here. And I hope you will understand that. Here's the director, Mick, thank you for covering this. I just watched 2 other channels and left because they keep being negative towards the Snyderverse and Airverse. I'm cooking breakfast now while listening. Well, listen, I'm not going to be negative about anything. I'm honest. I'm honest about the Hamadaverse. I'm honest about my faults, but I wouldn't sit there, just shitting on things that other people love. First of all, that isn't good business for a YouTube channel, is it? But I love the Snyderverse. I love DC. And I love entertainment and I love stories. And as you know, I love it all. And I love Doctor Who. And there'll be a lot more Doctor Who videos. So if you are a Doctor Who fan, keep it here. And we'll get some updates. Right now, everyone knows the same things. That Ncuti Gatwa is the next Doctor. That David Tennant and Catherine Tate have been confirmed. And Rachel Taylor is back as the director of the 60th anniversary special. Peter Capaldi was pictured with her in a coffee shop having coffee, but she's the director definitely of that episode. The flow. If Warner Brothers Discovery were to release a trailer today, which DC movie do you think it will be? Well, I think they would definitely have to be Black Adam. That's their next live-action DC movie. If you're talking about Warner Brothers in general, I would maybe an Elvis Presley trailer, but in terms of DC, it definitely, you would expect it to be Black Adam. Ncuti. Hamadaverse gave us Wonder Woman 84, Birds of Prey, and Justice League 2017. Big L if they continue that. I wouldn't put it past them. I don't know. It sounds like this guy, Zaslav, understands it's not working and new decisions have to be made. Whether those new decisions will be announced today or not, I simply don't know. And I think just because there's not announcements today, it doesn't mean that good things are not coming. But when you build yourself up to things, it is disappointing. But we have to remember there's a big job to do here. So this isn't easy. They've come in the middle of a shit show, not just with DC, but the entire company. The entire company has not maximized its financial potential. And that's obvious. But it's not all bad with Warner Brothers. HBO is great. They had Game of Thrones for 8 years, which was mostly great. We got a new spin-off show. They do some amazing dramas on HBO Max as well. The streaming service is doing well. The Elvis movie is a huge thing, greenlit by Toby Emmerich as well. So they do some good things as well. Chitu, they gave directors control once when Discovery came to the play. Well, Warner Brothers have given people freedom. Matt Reeves got all the freedom for the Batman. There are things that get freedom. Unfortunately, with the DCEU, they interfered with Snyder because of the noise around the reaction to those movies. They got scared and they were reactionary. But they haven't been the same to other content. But clearly the Flash movie isn't a director's vision. For example, The Flow, 78 people voted your poll. Wow, that's amazing. I've never had that before. What would you rather have? I didn't spell rather. I was in a rush and I missed the R. Get today. What would you rather get today? Man of Steel 2, 40%. Zack Snyder's Justice League 2, 60%. Reno Jack, hello, sir. Good afternoon. I hope you're well and you get some good news from the upfronts. I hope we all do. I'm not saying we will. I hope we do, though. I really do. Fingers crossed. So we're about 14 minutes away from the event, I think. WB Upfronts keeps on giving. Melissa McCarthy and Jenna Purisic bless us with a first look at the upcoming @AGTV series, The Great Give Back. So nothing exciting there. MSGT, AT&T told Warner Media to get Zack Snyder's Justice League done because they saw consumers. Zaslav is also a businessman who understands how dramatically the numbers shifted once WB bounced from the Snyderverse. True. John, is Bernard Cribbins coming back for the Doctor Who 60th? He is. I've seen on-set pics on location of him being pushed by Tennant. The 10th Doctor on location. Russell T. Davies is there. He's been waving to fans. Very exciting, John. Very. Could David Tennant have a full-time spin-off show? I did do a video yesterday reading something from the past that Russell said, that we should have a Doctor Who TV channel, that we should have the adventures of the 10th and 11th Doctor, have the Nissa adventures. So he has got big ambitions, and it's not just about Ncuti Gatwa's Doctor, and everyone is going to get what they want. This is Movies TV Mad. Keep it here. for coverage of the Warner Brothers Discovery upfronts. I'm refreshing, waiting. Let's see what happens. Remember, nothing may happen here and everything may happen. I don't know. Let's be clear. Is Walter Hamada at this event? Because if he's not, that's pathetic. Kathleen Finch, Chairman and Chief Content Officer, US Networks Group, details the strength of Warner Brothers Discovery Entertainment portfolio. Warner Brothers up front. The variety and relevance of content that our brands create are more valued by audiences than ever. Nearly 1/3 of all cable television viewers in the 25-54 demo are coming to our US ad-supported entertainment networks over every single night. Kathleen Finch. I know this is not anything you're interested in. I'm just giving you the updates as we get them. The flow, Hamada hiding all the time is a bit strange for a person leading DC movies. He's been hiding ever since Ray Fisher exposed him. And it's ridiculous and we can't carry on this way. It's embarrassing. He's got to be there. I mean, he's protected. So there's no reason, unless he's already been fired. There's a lot of people interested on these upfronts. I understand that. And you've got lots of hopes and dreams of what you want to get. I want those things too. But I want to put your feet firmly on the ground and understand, regrettably, we may not get those things. We also may get those things. Who knows? I'm here to find out, and so are you. The flow, one thing is for sure, Mick, we have a proper rant if nothing major is announced today with regards to DC. Yeah, because at the end of the day, you know, and you've got to ask Clay if we don't. You know, people like Clay Staub have got to take a long look at themselves if there's nothing happening, because you've got people's hopes up. MSGT Zaslav goal today has to be about creating a middle ground for Snyderverse fans and the haters, because it is in the best economic interests of the studio. Aircut and Cavill will go a long way. Well, if we got Henry Cavill announced and nothing else, I would be satisfied. I don't know what's going to happen here. Shitua, Toby Emmerich and Jeff Johns ruined everything. Listen, they had too many cooks. They had Jeff Johns, they had Zack Snyder. You know, they had too many people. They didn't have one vision. And that's a shame. And mistakes have been made. And now we have to look to the future. And hopefully they can redeem themselves via better ideas. I don't know what's going to happen here. I am happy that David Zaslav went to Alan Horn and asked for advice and asked him to be a consultant. That's a good sign, because I'm sure Alan Horn would have said that DCEU ain't fit for purpose. Get rid. Because what's happened here with the DCEU, a dangerous situation has occurred. Because there's a fight to bring Snyder back, because there's two sides of this franchise now, it's a noise you can never quiet, only by disregarding the whole franchise and starting again, or giving people what they want. Draco Knightley, are you a fan of Mike Lee films? I've never heard of him. What has he done? All right, nothing going on yet. John, do you think James... Bloody hell, my throat. John, do you think James Gunn is still doing a DC project? Well, I did ask him if Peacemaker 2 is still happening, and he didn't reply. And mostly he does reply to me. So we'll have to wait and see. So I did ask the question. MSGT, the problem is that WB created a fandom that wants different things for the DCEU. Now, too many different tones, betrayals, and misdirections. They did. You're right. And as I said, I would have started again from the minute Snyder left, and I wouldn't have bothered with the DCEU. Then you quiet that noise. Joel Famila, WB are only making announcements for TV shows and streaming. No movies, unfortunately. We will see. We will see. Hufila Saeed, this is our last hope being DC fans. Otherwise, there is no more DC. Don't lose hope because of today. Draco Knightley, he's done Naked anytime. Waterloo and other films. He's a British director whose films have an emphasis on England's working class. No, I've never heard of him, but sounds interesting. Right. This is called Warner Brothers Discovery Up Fronts, which means everything is being covered. Again, I can't promise you announcements that you want. I don't know what form this is going to take, but nobody knows what's going to happen here. So let's enjoy it and let's see what happens. John, I'm keeping an eye on Twitter as well. Thank you, John. I'm on the Twitter account, Warner Brothers Discovery Ad Sales. They said that's the account to be on. MSGTR, but TV announcements will have to offer some clues about what they are doing theatrically. Listen, it's Warner Brothers Discovery up front. It's not just streaming. It's everything. But I'm not saying we're going to get the announcements we want. Scott Edwards, could we get a release date for the Batman 2? Maybe. Abraham Herrera, what time does it start? It starts in exactly 5 minutes time. 5 minutes, everyone. Get ready. I don't know what we're going to get. I don't know if we're going to get any announcements that we want or anything pertaining to entertainment here, but we wait to see what they've got here. CS the director, honestly, if they don't announce anything big today, then I'll be disappointed. If at Fandom 22 nothing is announced, I'll fully give up on Warner Brothers Discovery for good. I'm just being honest as a fan. Scott Edwards, would you want to see Flash and Superman team up once before the Arrowverse ends? Yep. Lucifer Saeed. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Boom. Nothing right now. We're waiting. We're waiting to see what's going to happen. If I lose my voice, it's going to be understandable. Draco Knightley. Netflix has sat more workers. Oh, have the mighty have fallen. I don't even think that Stranger Things 4 will boss them up at this point. I stopped watching the Stranger Things after season 2. Season 1 was the only good one. Yes, Netflix are in huge trouble. The very streaming service that told Kevin Smith to tell the fans unhappy with Masters of the Universe that they have over 70 million subscribers and they don't care. I bet they care now. And they're blaming everything but themselves. Scott Edwards, I think Grant and Tyler would have great chemistry. MSGT, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, wait. Aquan Hickow, 4 minutes left. Yes, very soon, everyone. Hold on to your skirts, boys and girls. This could be what we want. This could be nothing than what we want. We're going in blind. I'm going in blind. I have been here now for nearly 90 minutes. I didn't know the time when I came in. But hey, we've done a good build-up. It's been exciting, and now we're ready for the big event. Saeed, Mikey Sutton, Geeker, is silent these days. I think things are not going the way we thought it would. Sutton isn't a reliable source, but he did do an article about the Air Cup. But he's one of those, and the other guy whose name I forgot, no, they don't have information. A lot of the stuff they say is bullshit. They can't really be trusted. I'm surprised people still trust them. I never thought we would get anything today. That's where I am. I'm in hope rather than expectation. Two minutes to go. Let's see how we get on. Welcome to Movies TV Man and my coverage of the Warner Brothers Discovery upfronts. I'm Mick, your host with the most. Aqua Hickow, 2 minutes. John, I thought the actor from Stranger Things was good in the It movie. Yes, but I only like Stranger Things Season 1. MSGT, the hints from Snyder and others have been too bold to get nothing. I hope. We can only hope. We've been here before. Do you remember that San Diego Comic-Con when Snyder was seen at San Diego in his car and we got nothing? Be very, very careful. Abraham Herrera, where can I watch along, Mick? I've already said it's not on television. There's no watch along. I will give you the updates. If you want to stay here, if you're looking for live feed, I'm sorry, you're not going to get it. Grizzly saying, okay, bro, I was following him blindly, but fingers crossed at the end of the day, Discovery want the best for DC too. Shimalula, Snyderverse announcement and teaser at Fandom. Internet will go crazy. They certainly will on both sides. Scott Edwards, maybe an update on Wonder Woman 3. Wouldn't that be nice? But I don't want Patty Jenkins involved in that film. And unfortunately, for the time being, she is. I have no faith in that woman even making, I don't know, telling a bedtime story on CBeebies. The Flow, imagine if they announced DC Studios and Walter Hamada going back to New Line Cinema. That would be fantastic. Not expecting that, but that would be a dream. Agwen Hickow, it's time. Shitulala, Clay Stubb dropped too many hints. He did, so I hope he's not messing us about, because that would be unfair. And it doesn't necessarily mean we're getting a restoration of the Snyderverse. We could have Snyder directing a DC movie. Probably, maybe Final Crisis. Let's wait and see. We are here. We are ready. Let's go. So nothing's going on at this moment in time. Imagine we could be waiting for ages anyway, because they have a lot of boring talk on this stuff. The Flow, basically, we don't know anything about the DC slate for 2024 and 2025, the big unknown. Well, the thing is, they didn't even have a slate for next year until they delayed the movies. Until then, it was literally Blue Beetle. Now they've got the Flash movie, probably Batgirl. Batgirl was probably always being 2023. But without the delays, they had nearly jack shit. They are such an unorganized bunch of people. It's an absolute disgrace. They don't service their consumer. I mean, we don't complain because we like complaining. That's something they need to understand. They're not organized people. I'm Jennifer Hudson, is back on stage at Warner Brothers Upfronts to chat with host Property Brothers, Jonathan Scott, host of new HGTV series, Lil Jon. Want to do what? Blah, blah, blah. And that's it. Nothing else going on right now. I think this is going to be a long thing that wastes a lot of time. As I say, I'm not here because I definitely know these things are going down. I'm just here in hope rather than expectation, which is a shame, really. Scott Edwards, apparently Superman and Lois is going to be in the presentation. Right, that's very good. It's all part of Warner Brothers. There's no reason that wouldn't be the case. Look out! John Cena and Nicola Bayer, the iconic hosts of Wipeout, are here to highlight why fans continue to fall in love with the TBS network and True TV and TNT drama brands Warner Brothers upfronts Getty. So that's why John Cena's there. It's nothing to do with Peacemaker. MSGT, busy filming Rebel Moon. Anyway, where are we? The flow. The internet would break if they invited Zack Snyder to the panel, but unlikely to happen. John, should I watch Morbius? Yes, you should. MSGT, busy filming Rebel Moon anyway. CJ Loco, then Zack Snyder walks on stage. MSGT, yes, but Morbius is every bit what the critics said. No, it's not. Shooter Tula, meanwhile, MCU is doing fan service with Spider-Man No Way Home and Mr. Fantastic. We will see what's happening. The company never told us they were going to give us these announcements we want and hoping for and spreading around that it's going to happen. So it's not their fault. I mean, at the end of the day, we think this is going to happen. We've been given some hints, but right now, I don't know. And these announcements could come at a later date. That's something people should understand as well. Rewind the times. Morbius was good. Scott Edwards, presentation just started right. I think so. I'm not there. There's updates, but there's nothing, pertaining to what we want to know. So I'm here and I'm waiting, and we'll see what happens. Shooter, Zack Snyder walks in on stage to equal to Jesus wailing in water for us fans. Chimalula walking. It's amazing, really. The expectation with these situations, it's kind of, I try and keep the expectation down because I don't know where people get these ideas that these things are happening. But rewind the times. The Flash Movie News says tweet update from Warner Brothers up front. Mick, what have they said? What have they said, my friend? MSGT, we get the ideas from the hints they keep dropping. MA, Green Lantern news for God's sake. Yeah, nothing yet. It's very, very early in the presentation. We could go through the whole presentation and get nothing. Don't forget about that. But I'm just trying to be very honest. Rewind the times. It's a long tweet long. Okay, rewind the times. As Thanos says, I'll do it myself. Oh, God, for Christ's sake. Boring. That's not the one I want then. Right. All I've got here is DC Comics and all we can do with it, said David Zaslav at today's Warner Brothers Discovery up front. The future of DC is looking bright. Well, I'll repeat that again. That's what David Zaslav just said. DC Comics and all we can do with it, said David Zaslav at today's Warner Brothers Discovery up front. The future of DC is looking bright. That's brilliant, David, but we need more than that. So that's it. That's it. That's not very interesting, isn't it? Is it? I'll retweet it. It wasn't even that long. Anyway, let's go back to the actual event. Do you know what? The updates ain't great from this. Right. Yeah, Rewind the Times basically said the future of DC is very bright. That's not enough. You can't just stand there and say that. That's all you're going to tell us. Where's the brightness? Where's the brightness? Tell us the brightness, because that's just... Anyway, Rewind the Times basically said MSGT, I would think that is going to be better because there is a lot of drama going on with WB and DC properties. Abraham Herrera, by the way, I don't get why people think She-Hulk looks good. It's just more of the same formula, and the only one who didn't like the trailer. Sachin Yadav, Green Lantern series, CJ Loco, hype is real. Shitalula, they showed small clip from MOS on their upfront trailer. Wow, that is exciting. Thank you for that. Watched it on Twitter. Wow. Did I miss anything? No, CJ Loco, I agree. John, I wonder if they will talk about anything DC gaming. We'll have to wait and see. Right. Let's go to Twitter. Let's get off the Warner Brothers account. Zaslav takes the stage to begin the upfront. Right. The people I won't be responding to in the comments, send a link, mate. There's no link, all right? Stop wasting my oxygen, please. You either want to stay here and I'll give you the updates, or you don't have to. I'm sorry. We're not going to go through this for the next couple of hours. We want to enjoy ourselves. We want to have debate. We want to have discussion. And I want to react to what's going on. So far, David Zaslav has said that the future for DC films is bright. But unfortunately, that doesn't excite me. Show, don't tell. Happy Said, thanks, bro, for keeping us updated. You're welcome. And may God, I hope we get some actual news for DC, not just talking points. Scott Edwards, so Zaslav just took the stage. He did. Red Panda, 40 people here today. Yes, Mick, you're on fire. I actually feel really, really hot, so I probably am on fire. Yeah, thank you for that excitement, because I'm excited as well. It's good to see so many people watching the channel, because you've all been sleeping on this channel, because I'm a genuine fan. I'm not like those other propaganda merchants. John, Kathleen Finch is on stage. I know the flow. 39 people in the chat. It's brilliant. I appreciate you all. Thank you for watching, everyone. I'm trying to keep you updated. Not much is going on. Chairman and CEO of CNN Worldwide, Chris Light, is up next at the Warner Brothers upfronts to talk about the power of journalism and CNN's position as the global leader in news. Yeah, so we're up to date. There's nothing... But basically, if I don't see something and you see something, you can let me know. We can do this together. Yes, thank you, Said. Said, guys, please upvote the video. Please, everyone, please press like. It doesn't cost you anything. I won't charge you to talk to you. This is all free. I mean, look at the perfection. You lucky, lucky people. Hit the like button if you think I'm awesome. Alex, almost 20 likes. Thank you, Alex. Yes. That's right. I've got over 20. I've actually got 26 likes, and I appreciate them all. Thank you, everyone. I will stay, even though I haven't showered and I'm behind schedule. I'm going to stay here until I know for sure there's nothing else to be announced. We will see. So he's already teased the future of DC is bright. Does that mean that he's actually going to give us some announcements about DC? Let's wait and see. But if that's all he's got to say, not interested. I mean, personally, I wish it was. I wish we could be watching it. So again, I go to the. I go onto Twitter to see what's going on. Nothing going on at the moment, everyone. I'll go back to that account. Yeah, all we've got is a CNN update at the moment. So basically, CNN have taken the stage now. So nothing that we're interested in. Scott Edwards is Batgirl on Earth 1. I would assume so. No, not necessarily, actually. Manuel, what news has been announced so far? Nothing you're interested in. If it was something of relevance, I would have told you. Chilula, share this live stream to Twitter. I did when I went live, I shared it. Ahmed Hickow, I am on Twitter, lol. Good. Ryan, I am Vengeance. I'm not going to say your whole name. It's a mouthful. I think they will talk about DC and hopefully DC Studios later on in the presentation. Yeah, because it's like he's hinting for something more. Let's say, MA, you're cool, my dude. Thank you. So are you. Horito, I liked already. I'll subscribe now. Thank you, Horatio. Is that your name, Horatio? If I ever get your names wrong, I apologize. You know, I didn't study all these languages, but I appreciate people from all over the world coming into the channel. It is so cool. So thank you, Horatio. Is Horatio a biblical name? I think it is, isn't it? Ahmed Hickow, you're giving exciting energy. Will Donimo. Welcome to Movies TV Man. We are covering the Warner Brothers Discovery upfronts announcements. I will be giving you details when I get them about Warner Brothers films, television, and especially DC live action. That's why we're here. I'm not interested in CNN. That's what's on stage right now. That's why I'm not talking about it. Ahmed Hickow, Movies TV Mad. Horatio, yes, you pronounced it correctly. I kind of guessed that's what your name was. We're still talking about CNN, coming soon, new CNN original series, Searching for Mexico, hosted by Eva Longoria. Oh, yeah, I'll watch anything Eva's on. Eva Longoria, don't you understand? Desperate Housewives, one of my favorite shows of all time. Previously on Desperate Housewives. So welcome to the channel. If there is an update, you will get it. You are not missing anything just because I haven't said anything about what's going on. If I'm not talking about it, that's what I know you're not interested in it. Do you care about CNN? No, you fucking don't. That's why I'm not talking about CNN. All right? So we are here to talk about this. Thank you for coming in. And I will be here for the foreseeable until we get through this event, or I think nothing else is going to be announced for sure. So basically, they're starting with the boring stuff first. Am I watching you from Iran? Wow. Hello, Iran. I'm in Cyprus. Abraham Herrera, of course they leave the best for last. Ahmed Hickow, what is CNN? It's a news network. You don't know what CNN is? Oh, my God. No disrespect, but wow. CNN is a news network, a 24-hour-a-day news network from America. And it's owned by Warner Brothers. That's why they're talking about it. And now owned by Warner Brothers Discovery. Abraham Herrick, CNN is part of WB now. Yes, it has been for quite a long time. Yep. So they've got a lot of diverse material. And if they get it all on HBO Max eventually, which is what Zaslav is hoping for, they are going to destroy Disney Plus. Manu Mayo, DC Studios needs to be announced. I want it to be announced, but it's no point just announcing a studio. It has to be run by the right persons, people. Abahiko, you know why? Because I don't give a shot at bring DC news. Yeah, okay. Horatio, Ahmed Hiko, lol. The more stuff you know about, the more you know about. Ahmed Hiko, I know CNN, okay? So you wasted my oxygen in asking me what CNN was. Thanks. Chairman and CEO of CNN Worldwide, Chris Light, is up next. Oh my God. We really got a long afternoon, haven't we? Ahmed Hiko, I like, come on, bro, joking. Let's not waste my oxygen, please. It's very valuable to me. We have 114 votes on my poll. What would you rather get today? Man of Steel 2, 40%. That's what I would have voted for. And Zack Snyder's Justice League 2, 60%. If you want to change the result of the poll, keep voting. Rhino and Vengeance. I care about DC films and Looney Tunes, and I love it when you talk about DC. Thank you. And I love Looney Tunes. Bugs Bunny being my favourite animated character of all time. M.A., how is the weather there? Hot, I guess. It is boiling. I am boiling right now because I have to do this indoors. But yes, it's not hot. It's about 30 Celsius, but we're only in May. Wait till you hit June. Unbearable. Abahiko, what is CNN again? Abahiko, kidding? Yeah, I'm not going to answer you, mate. One thing all comedians have to understand, a joke is once. Man of Steel 2 and Snyderverse announcements needs to be confirmed and watch social media burst. MSGT. It's supposed to snow Friday and Saturday here in Colorado. Oh, wow. Yeah, we ain't getting any snow. We barely get snow at Christmas, although it's cold. But although the snow of Colorado, because I used to watch Dynasty, I always remember it looking beautiful in the stock footage. Big Dynasty fan, not the shit on the CW, the original Dynasty with the goddess Joan Collins. I'm going to get revenge on you, Blake. Slam door. Classic. We had some great telly in the 80s. Dallas, Dynasty, Knots Landing, I watched them all. That's why I'm called Movies TV Mad. Because my knowledge of movies TV is not just about what's going on today. We are waiting for updates from Warner Discovery upfronts. CEO and President of Warner Brothers Discovery Global Streaming and Interactive Entertainment, JB Parata, details exciting projects coming soon to HBO Max, Discovery Plus, and gaming around the world. Here we go. Whether you want to be entranced by dragons or chase a monster Mako during Shark Week, watch chefs avoid being chopped or lose yourself in hacks, see a game solve a true crime, feel what goes bump in the night, peer down the staircase, or anything in the between, you can already find whatever you're into on our streaming platforms. Wow, that was a shit announcement, wasn't it? Hang on. Batman Jason, Arnett Will, and Sean Hayes dialed in to share their thoughts on behind-the-scenes docuseries for their hit podcast, Smartless, coming to Discovery Plus and Warner Brothers at Warner Brothers Discovery up front, so basically nothing to see there. Ahmed Hikal, there is Batman News Movies TV Mad. What Batman News? It's not on there. CJ Loca, how long is the conference? Don't know, MSGT, yeah, we did MacGyver, A-Team, etc. Yeah. John, will Toby be at WB up front? I don't know. Balconator, what could we see about DC in this WB up front? Anything or nothing? Abraham Herrera, if what we are expecting is announced, the internet will explode and today history will be made. Otherwise, today will amount to nothing. Basically, that's true. Yeah, there's nothing going on at the moment, so we can breathe. We have 30 viewers. We have 29 likes. We have a poll. Check it out. What would you rather get today? Man of Steel 2, 40%. Zack Snyder's Justice League 2, 60%. We are waiting for the big news. If we ever actually get it, you are in the right place. You are looking at an entertainment storytelling fan, someone who actually works in the industry himself. I write, direct, and star in my own plays here in Cyprus. I'm developing the first English-speaking dramas here on Cypriot TV. So I'm connected. I know things. I spent 6 months in Hollywood. I'm still seeing a shrink after that 6 months in Hollywood. I'm kind of joking, kind of. I was in Hollywood for 6 months. It was good fun, but I missed out on a lot of opportunities because I was having too much fun. So welcome to the channel. I'm not Grace Randolph. I'm not John Campier. I'm not into sensationalism. I'm not into hatred. I'm here to celebrate the stuff that I love and that you love. And we're here to cover the Warner Brothers Discovery up front, live for you all. It is not live. It's not being televised anywhere else. Different people are covering it on YouTube here. And you decide who you want to watch. I think I'm a very good-looking hot dude, and I think you could do worse than looking at me. And I will keep you updated. No, nothing going on. Ame, love the energy, even though there isn't any news, you keep the live going. Yeah, have to. I can't kill it, can I? Because I don't know what's happening. We've only just started. You have to be patient. So, you know, we could get something we may not. I mean, there is hope because Zaslav talked about the future of DC being very exciting. Why would he just say that and leave it at that? John, have you been keeping up to date with the Amber Heard trial? Yes. Someone should throw the white handkerchief. I mean, it's embarrassing. She's blatantly lying. She's basically admitting she wrote the op-ed. I mean, listen, I'm a human being. She's dug herself a fucking hole. I mean, she's been exposed. I mean, Johnny Depp's lawyers are not the greatest, but it's easy. I could expose this woman. I could litigate this case. Balconator, could we at least see the roadmap for the DCEU? I hope so. I really hope there's some clarity for everyone today because it's what we need. Because there's no clarity. There's no one talking to us like Feig talks to his audience. Sister Director, Lol Chilmick, you are talking to mostly men. Well, men could like other men, right? You get that, right? So it's okay. So that's not a problem. I'm very, very open with my sexuality. So I'm not backwards. I might be 49 years old, but I don't come from the caves. So it's cool. And I was joking. Let's take a joke, modern day generation, please. It's all right to joke, even about offensive stuff. Scott Edwards, Infinite Crisis announcement. Is there? Aquin Hicker, well done, Movies TV Man, exciting energy. Yes, the director. What the fuck? I didn't type that. It's probably that. It's probably a troll, my friend, that's taken your picture, profile picture. I know who it is, unfortunately. I'll get rid of him in a minute. Sister Director, please do, because I'm just listening and doing my work. Okay, my friend. Sister Director, thanks, Mick. Right, where are we? Balcanator, have you heard of the new WB game Multiverse? The animated trailer was pretty good. Yes, I spoke about it on yesterday's DCU Daily. Very cool. MA, wow, 49 years old. You look younger. Thank you. John, if the Snyderverse is restored, I don't think Amber Heard will be in it. No. Unless Zack fights for her, which would be dumb. Sister director, please do. Blah, 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 blah. Don Bigelow, I've got you playing in my earbuds, and I'm not going to lie, you sound like Stephen Grant. Scott Edwards, what villain should the Flash and Superman team up against in a crossover? Don Bigelow, multiverse looks fun. It does. Alex, if we don't get any announcements, it will hurt my motivation. Don't be hurt, because it doesn't mean we won't get anything. And we've all got together as one big, DC fan family, and we've had a bit of banter and a laugh. And that's cool. Yes, sorry about that, Siesta Director. We have a troll that impersonates all my regulars. Nothing I can do about it. He'll be back in a minute as somebody else. It's something we have to live with. But we're going to ignore it and enjoy this event, because bad people shouldn't use up people's oxygen. Marcus Walker, will they announce anything huge? Well, I hope so. I don't know. Siesta Director, please block the other account that's pretending to be me. Someone is trolling me. Right, listen, they're not trolling you, they're trolling me. They're taking up all my regulars. I've just explained that. I have got rid of him. I've hidden him from the chat. Scott Edwards, I think Metallo would be cool. Fula, if Haircut gets announced, that means Snyderverse is being prepared for fandom. Matt, can you shout out my friend? His name is Hadi. Just did. Slipknot fan. Where's the event being broadcast? Madison Square Gardens. Abraham Herrera, if the Snyderverse is restored, they will announce it at the last minute. Let's wait and see. Right. From the creator of hit series Sex Life of College Girls, Mindy Kaling gives us a glimpse into her new HBO Max series, Velma, centered around the reimagined version of the beloved Scooby-Doo character. You know it's going to be SJW. Oprah shares some virtue inspiration. Boring, don't care about Oprah. So we're up to date with that. Nothing going on at the moment. Welcome to Movies TV Mad Live. Welcome to the live stream. I am covering the Warner Brothers Discovery up front. The only exciting thing we've heard so far is that DC Live Action has got an exciting future, according to David Zaslav. We're going to need a bit more than that, David. So hurry up! MSGT, no way they will announce that Snyderverse is restored. It's too divisive, and Zaslav needs to unite fandom for now. Well, how's he going to do that? It's impossible. John, I thought Metallo was cool in Smallville. Metallo was good. Brian Austin Green played him from 90210. He was very good. Mostly everything Smallville did with their DC characters was sensational on a very, very small budget. MSGT, he can with the haircut, and Cavill, exactly. Ahmed Hiccup, believe in Zaslav. Balcanator, DC is their big money maker. At least one news will be announced, hopefully. Zack Snyder's Justice League Snyder Cut, the physical media, made over $30 million. That is huge. So there's money to be made from the Snyderverse. There's no question about that. Not MCU money, but a great portion of money is there to be made if they put on their thinking caps. And it doesn't necessarily have to be announced today. Scott Edwards, we need a Smallville movie and an Arrowverse movie. We are getting a Smallville animated series. I'm excited about that. Alex, who is fitter, Summer or Marissa? Summer. Summer. Oh, Summer. Oh, boy, have I had some nice dreams about summer. California, here we come. The Flow, James Gunn and Peacemaker on stage. Boring, let's check it out. John Cena and James Gunn hop on to call a hype the second season of Peacemaker on HBO Max. Breaking news, John Cena and James Gunn hop on a call to hype the second season of Peacemaker on HBO Max. They're at the Warner Brothers upfront stage right now. So I can confirm via WB upfronts that James Gunn and John Cena are on stage to confirm season 2 of Peacemaker. Alex, nah, Marissa. MA, hell yeah. Balconator, Lexo, Peacemaker season 2 has been confirmed. That's right, not very exciting news. And not for me, it doesn't get me going. And it looks like that's the direction we're going in. So we knew we were getting that anyway. They confirmed it at Warner Brothers Discovery up front. That's good. MSGT, but it can make MCU movies. The first 5 DCEU movies made more than the first 5 MCU movies. That's true. WB just irrationally panicked because they demanded $1 billion for each simply because of characters. That's true. See, the director, Mick, the impersonator, is still here. He's the one with the last comment. I can't see him. I can't see him. I got rid of him. I can't see him. Sorry, mate. I've got too many people here. I can't be chasing idiots. Just ignore it. CJ Loco, have you heard of the scoop said by Mikey Sutton that Zaslav wants a 6-deal picture with Cavill, A Man of Steel 2, A Man of Steel 3, Black Adam 2, Zack Snyder's Justice League 2 and 3, and an untitled Trinity movie? Yeah, but I don't think Mikey Sutton is very reliable. Here's the director, Mick, that troll is back. Flo, Peacemaker 2 is typical Hamada move. Give something for the cinematic universe. Slipknot fan, MSG 100 true. Sister director, you need to stop talking about it because I can't do nothing. I hid him from the chat. I can't see him. John, do you know if Peacemaker is coming out on Blu-ray? Not at the moment. So Peacemaker Season 2 has been confirmed at the Warner Brothers Discovery upfronts at live from Madison Square Gardens. Excited for people who are hyped for that. Andy Garcia and Gloria Estefan are here to give us a look at Father of the Bride, coming to HBO Max June the 16th. Jesus Christ, he really has aged, doesn't he? Jesus, I can hardly recognise him. So that's where we are. Ahmed Hikal, would you compare Zack Snyder's Justice League with the Avengers movie? I would compare it. I think Zack Snyder's Justice League is superior. Shutula, Peacemaker and the Suicide Squad was hilarious. I agree, but I'm just not that excited. MA, more news coming. Scott Edwards, Amelia Harcourt confirmed for Black Adam. Very excited. If that's just happened, because I haven't seen that anywhere. We already knew that anyway. We know that she's going to abduct Black Adam at the end of that movie. Alex, I'm not hyped for my maker. It's not for me. Mid-maker, I get you. Nicholas Seymour, are you hyped for the Green Lantern show? I am, if we ever get it. The flow, 34 people in the chat, but only 10 likes. Press the like button. There's actually 31 likes, but press the like button anyway. Chitula, James Gunn DC content is good. Come on. Yeah, it's good, not great. Balconator, so is Zack Snyder's Justice League the canon Justice League 1 movie? I wish I could tell you. The MSGT, 31 likes. Abraham Herrera, the Snyderverse is on a different category. There is no comparison to Marvel. Scott Edwards, could they be setting up JSA versus Suicide Squad? It wouldn't surprise me. So let me just go through my feed. So let me just go through. So yeah, just confirmation. James Gunn and John Cena plugging Peacemaker Season 2 with censored details. So interesting. So we've actually seen some footage, quick footage, of the Gremlins animated series, which is very exciting. So very, very interesting there, everyone. Let's go back. Where are we? They're not updating everything on the Warner Brothers Discovery Twitter page. You have to go on the feeds to get more news. So that's where we are right now. Ahmed Hickow, imagine Ezra Miller showing up. There's no chance. Shutula, I thought JL 2017 is canon. Shutula, and Punching Toby Emmerich, Imo, Slipknot fan. JL 2 and 3 are the most important movies. Getting Man of Steel 2 or the Batfleck movie TV series might be out of the question. Scott Edwards, are you satisfied with the JSA members we're getting? Yes, I am. I'm very excited. Bring on Black Adam. MSGT, damn, you are right. Whedon's crappery is canon still. John, I did not know that there was going to be a Gremlins animated series. Yes, and I think Joe Dante, the original director of the movie, I think is involved. We are here on Movies TV Man. We are covering the Warner Brothers Discovery upfronts. The main news right now is that John Cena and James Gunn have taken to the stage to confirm Peacemaker Season 2. It was a success. It was always a success. And anyone saying different was wrong. Balconator, have you seen the new Hulk trailer? I have. To be honest, it was not for me. And what the MCU is doing to the Hulk is disappointing. Yes, it's a dismantleization. It's disgusting. Ed Norton was right about Feige. Scott Edwards, I'm hoping they'll reference Jay Garrick Flash or Alan Scott Green Lantern. That would be awesome. Ahmed Hickow, Cinema News, please. So right now, the only DC news we've got is for Peacemaker Season 2, which they were always going to do. We knew about this already. And obviously, Harcourt being in Black Adam, I told you about this ages ago. Her and Task Force X are going to abduct Black Adam. This is because something big is going on and they need superpowered heroes. Slipknot fans, She-Hulk looked terrible. I agree. John, which Gremlins movie do you prefer? I enjoyed Gremlins 2 more. I like them both. I think they're all wonderful. Or both of them are wonderful. Scott Edwards, do you think the JSA has already existed in the DCEU? Interesting. Maybe in its past, in its historical past. Abraham Herrera, JL 2017 is like Marvel's The Incredible Hulk. Nobody really talks about it. No, don't you ever, Abraham, in all seriousness, compare the Incredible Hulk film to Justice League, please. Ryan, I am vengeance, and I love Peacemaker, and what they are doing, what they are doing to Hulk is tragic, very tragic, and it proves everything we know about Kevin Feige. Siesta director restored the Snyderverse, absolutely. No updates at the moment, but that's the only big news we know. Peacemaker Season 2. Chutulala. The Incredible Hulk is an amazing movie. Absolutely. Can't believe it's the same Hulk in She-Hulk. Yeah, and it's not. Ed Norton is the Don. Scott Edwards, they turned Hulk into a laughing stock. Well, this is what they're trying to do to men. It's extremist, political. They want to make us look like twats. This is the movement running entertainment right now. Don't consume it. MSGT, Incredible Hulk was a good movie. Nothing can compare to Justice League. Absolutely. That's why I had to put him right, wasn't it? Slipknot. Who is still watching the MCU these days? Well, I watch it, but I'm not really enjoying it. It's just a habit. There's nothing else to watch, really. There's nothing out there. Ahmed Hiccup, Grace Randolph tweeted, that's great, Ahmed Hiccup, but what's the point of telling me that if you don't tell me what she tweeted? Don Bigelow, Incredible Hulk is better than Mark Ruffalo. He seems more like a giant ass kid than the raging green monster we know and love. Couldn't agree more. Saeed, how many hours the upfront will last, I don't know. Nothing going on right now, though. Oh, this is something from Russell T Davies. Russell T Davies, the showrunner of Doctor Who, got involved with a hater. Hell no, Billy Piper was my favourite companion and you've gone and ruined it. I already thought RTD was coming back to save Doctor Who, but he's quite clearly chosen activism before the real fans. R.I.P. Doctor Who. He replies, R.I.P. you're following, mate. And he gives a kiss and a heart. Hilarious. Oh, I've got to respond to this. Right, where are we? Let's try and get some more updates because there's nothing going on right now. From creator of hit series, colleague, where are we? Actually, this is the wrong one. From creator of hit series Sex Life of College Girls, Mindy Kaling gives us a glimpse into her new HBO Max series, Velma, centered around the reimagined version of beloved Scooby-Doo. We've done that. You've hopefully noticed by now, my Velma is South Asian. They've cast a South Asian actress as Velma. They just can't help themselves, can they? And if people freak out about that, I don't care. You know what? That's what they do. That's what they do. Oh my God, I've got to quote tweet this. Actually, I better not, just in case I get blocked. I'll leave her. What a loser. If anyone freaks out about this, I don't care. Nor do we, because no one's going to watch your piece of shit. Velma is the Velma from the original 60s cartoons. You're not Velma. You never will be Velma. You SJW fool. Anyway. MSG, right, where are we? Saeed, what is your all-time favourite DC movie? Well, I've got to say Superman the movie. It was my first one. I wouldn't be a DC fan without it. Slipknot fan, how long does the event go on for? MSGT, this is why you can't trust Randolph anymore. They have made an announcement about Peacemaker Season 2. Thus, they have peaked about DC. Right. What has Grace Randolph actually said? Because I'm blocked by her. So someone can tell me what she said. Slipknot, anyone like Morbius? I didn't mind it. Balconator, MCU today is quantity over quality, I agree, but despite that, they still make big money. A lot of MCU watchers are just joining the bandwagon and the trend, let's be honest, Multiverse of Madness didn't live up to the hype. Joel Familla, stream ended. Balconator, notice ever since after Endgame, MCU movies never felt the same anymore. The flow, imagine if Peacemaker 2 was the only DC announcement today, DC fans would go mad. Alex, what's your favourite Hulk movie? Well, actually, I equally liked the original Hulk by Ang Lee. I thought it was very unique. I thought he did a great movie. Not for everyone, but unique. And I love the Incredible Hulk movie. But the best live-action Hulk is the Bill Bixby and Lou Ferrigno TV series, as far as I'm concerned. Balcony, notice ever since the Endgame MCU movies never felt the same anymore. The flow, imagine if people read that. Ryan, I am vengeance. I am a fan of Shaggy, Scooby, and Velma. I love watching Scooby-Doo series. Probably Shaggy will be played by Will Smith. John, what did you think of the live-action Scooby-Doo movies? Pretty entertaining. Emma, she basically tweeted nothing. Yeah, she doesn't. She doesn't know anything. She came up with that 10 minutes of Mirror because everybody knows that. She knows some things, but she doesn't know a lot. She's a waste of time. She's even turned on the Snyderverse fans now. Before she loved them. I bet you Zack Snyder fell out with her. That's why she's going against the fans. Shitula, MCU is releasing too much content, can't catch up with everything. They need to calm down. Low Balconator, She-Hulk looked like someone mom painted in green, and Hulk himself looked like he diets. Joe Famila, WB Upfronts just ended. No, they didn't. Scott Edwards, what Grace Randall's backstory? I don't know. Are you winding me up? Abraham Herrera, Grace was kind of defending Amber Heard yesterday. It doesn't surprise me. This is how she builds up her platform, on controversy. Don't play her game. Unfollow her. MA, she talks a lot, but nothing really comes out. Exactly, yeah. You notice that? That's a talent. That's a talent. MSGT, she turned on Snyderverse because she follows the trend. She now wants to show Discovery that she can be a friend to them. She plays politics. Well, it's not going to work. Would you go away, please? Not you. It's something coming up on my thing. Right, thank you. Slipknot fan. Eric Bana's Hulk movie was good in some parts, but the Edward Norton Hulk was overall a better movie. Loved the fight scenes with Abomination. I think they're overusing him now. Joel Famila, she just follows the Read It Scoopers, lol. John, have you seen the new picture of Natalie Portman in the Thor Love and Thunder? Yeah, you do realise that Tessa Thompson and Portman are going to fall in love. That's the Thor Love and Thunder, because she's actually Lady Thor, right? Do you get it? That's the love story. Bait and switch. So I have seen that picture, John. Yeah, Balconator. Do you think Ezra as the Flash is over? If yes, who do you think can play Flash? I think the rumours are true about Dylan O'Brien. He tweeted this morning. Didn't say much. Something's going on there. Imagine if they announced Dylan O'Brien as the Flash. That'd be funny. Right, let's see what's going on. Right, nothing going on right now. Let's go back to the feed. MA, it really ended. It ended. Are you being serious? That's it. That's it. Jordan Stevens Grace is basically saying nothing big franchise DC related will be announced today. Apparently, it will only cover TV and streaming. Fair enough. If she's right, she's right. MA, it really ended. Alex, For Mid and Thunder. Yeah. Marcus Walker, everything they have announced so far is just HBO Max. Slipknot fan. MSGT, yeah. Grace is just a bandwagon jumper. The thing is, why call it Warner Brothers Discovery up front? If it's just about streaming is all they care about because they think that's where the future is. If it's genuinely ended, it's a joke, it's an embarrassment, it's used up all our oxygen for nothing, and that's a disappointment. Slipknot fan, MSGT. Yeah, Grace is a bandwagon jumper. MA. Yep, ended with a J-HUD performance. So it's over. It's over. Abraham Herrera. Dylan has some sort of injury on the maze runner, didn't he? I think he deserves another chance. I like him. So do I. Ahmed Hickel. What did he tweet? Who? Oh, not much. I can't even remember what he said there. It wasn't anything of consequence. So everyone, apparently, the Warner Brothers Discovery up front is over. What a piece of shit that was. Well, thank you, Clay Staub, for nothing. That's it. We're not getting anything interesting because all Warner Brothers Discovery are interested in is in streaming. It looks like they've gone home. Wow. I mean, I'm not shocked about this shitty industry a lot and the way it's run today. But that is just fucking hilarious. Marcus Walker, it's Fandom 2021 all over again. Flo, what the hell did Clay Staub tease all this time then? Nothing. Alex, I can't handle all this disappointment. It's too much for one lifetime. Manu Mayo, did it end or still going on? I have no idea. MA, the end. There's nothing. There's nothing on here. So listen to the last piece of shit that they actually tweeted. Mindy Kaling gives us a glimpse into her new HBO Max series, Velma, centered around a reimagined version of the beloved Scooby-Doo character. This is the last thing they tweeted. You've hopefully noticed by now, my Velma is South Asian, and if people freak out about that, I don't care. These are the kind of people. These are the kind of SJWs we're hoping to give us the entertainment we want. Give up and watch the stuff from a superior time in entertainment industry. Flo, we need clarification about DC as soon as possible. I hate being kept in the dark so far. So basically, all he said, the future for DC is bright. What a piece of shit. Balconator, that's a bummerlow. Turns out Clay Staub really loves eggs. Marcus Walker, I've just scrolled their Twitter feed. All we got was Mindy Kaling, Velma, HBO Max film, and Peacemaker Season 2. We already know both of them. Absolutely nothing new. C. Krishna Kurma, is that finished? What about DC? I don't know. John, we all got was Peacemaker Season 2 announcement. I'm sorry, guys. I never have. But remember, I never put your hopes up. I did warn you about this. Yeah, it's a joke. If that is the new leadership, if that's the event that Warner Brothers Discovery do, then that's a joke. That's pathetic. The last post. I hope you've noticed I'm an Asian. I'm an Asian Velma. And if people go mad about that, I don't care. She probably got some applause. That's the end. That's your new direction. You can keep it. Entertainment today is dead. Dead, dead, dead. Wow. There's nothing else. That's it. It's dead. Wow. So I'm going to stay here with you for the next 15 minutes to see if anything else pops, just in case. But it looks like it's over. Ridiculous. Ridiculous. Let me know your thoughts. Remember, I didn't get your hopes up. I didn't do what the other YouTubers did. It was, I mean, as I said, rather hope than expectation. But people get carried away and they get their own hopes up. And this is what happens. Shulula, bye. We'll join you on your next stream. Thank you. Balconator, Low, I told you only get one DC news. That wasn't even news. Draco Knightley. So I guess we will be getting Flash film next year. I guess DC Fandom will be the big event. But not to even announce. Why call it, right? Why not call it Warner Brothers Discovery streaming up front? They called it Warner Brothers Discovery up front. That means everything. It doesn't even make sense. That was shit. The flow. Exactly. Unbelievable. Not even a trailer for Black Adam, their next movie. They're a joke. So basically, Warner Brothers Discovery and Zaslav are as big of a joke as Warner Brothers Pictures right now. Where's your big plans? Where's your big plans? It's just full of shit to calm us down, isn't it? There's no big plans. Slipknot fan, although nothing has been announced, we should never give up on the Snyderverse. We'll never give up on it, but it's disgusting. But they never told us they were announcing it anyway, so it's not down to them. Marcus Walker, only 5 posts from them for the whole event, and the last was half an hour ago. I know, it's a joke. John, they could have said something like, we will see you at DC Fandom later this year, something. They know DC is their biggest, income. John, MA, anyway, it was a disappointing upfront. Nice to meet you, pal. Yeah, you too, MA. Thank you for the support. Sorry that I couldn't give you stuff, that you wanted, that we wanted. But this is Warner Brothers. This is what they do. They're a joke. They're embarrassing. This is entertainment today. These people shouldn't be in their jobs. Ryan, I am vengeance. DC Cinematics versus Cinematics. DC film hopes is lost. All I got left is Batman, the Batman and Black Adam, Ahmed Hickel. This was a waste of time. Sorry about that. Abraham Herrera, stop it. Don't care about fandom now. Zaslav and Emmerich are boyfriends. Now, that's homophobic. Let's not have that. Slipknot fan, we were expecting news on the haircut. At the very least, nothing. But forget about the Snyderverse and the haircut. Not to even promote the trailers for the upcoming movies is ridiculous. What a joke. What a joke. Wow. I will discuss it on tomorrow's DCEU Daily and my disappointment in this new leadership and this current leadership. Wow, the geezer came on stage and said the future is bright for DC, and that's all he said. The bloke's a joker. The bloke's a clown. Balcony, the Truth 13 won't be happy at this. All he's a huge Snyderverse fan. He hypes to the hell about this event. Salem denied nothing. Abraham Herrera, how innocent we were. Yeah, as usual. Adrian Cortez. Is the stream over? It looks like it, my friend. I'm going to stay on for a little while just to confirm that. The flow. Hamada hiding again. Even CNN CEO was present. I know. Look. Adrian Cortez, the stream over. The flow. Hamada hiding again. Read that. Alex, can't believe it. So disappointing. Listen, I'm involved in the industry in a lesser level. And their bankruptcy as creatives and business people normally doesn't surprise me. I warned you about Multiverse of Madness. But this is a shit show. Even I couldn't predict. I didn't expect the Snyder announcements or the haircut announcements. It was, as I say, rather hope over expectation. But to cut it short like that is a joke. They build us up for nothing. They had nothing. They've got no fun. They've got no content. The people have got no content. They've got no content, man. It's crazy. So I will stay with you for a little while longer, as I said. I've enjoyed talking to you all. It's been my most successful stream of all time. That's not saying much, but thank you for the support. 35 likes. If you've come in here and you've enjoyed yourselves, despite the disappointment, please think about subscribing to the channel. As you can see, I'm a very down-to-earth person, a small YouTuber. I'm not looking to get money off of you or super chats. I'm just looking for you to view the stuff and support it by liking it and sharing it. That's it. Can we stop the racism, please, and the homophobia? I would really appreciate it. I'm not interested about what you think of Jennifer Hudson because of the colour of her skin. Stop it, please. Abraham Herrera, what a clown he turned out to be. Sister Director, sorry, Mick, I apologise. That's all right. Let's not refer to people like that. We're all human beings. We're all wonderful people. We're no more superior to anyone else, whatever backgrounds they have. We're all valid people. Always remember that. Kindness first, please. Manny Mayo, what change was Zaslav talking about? He just lost a lot of people's respect. I mean, listen, I could defend a lot of things, but literally this lasted what? Well, barely an hour. They revealed nothing. They gave us nothing apart from some shit HBO Max stuff, a woke Velma series announcement, basically the Peacemaker season 2 thing we already knew about. James told us about that ages ago. Balconato, speechless, lol. I'm at least expecting a trailer for one of their movies. The hell did we got Velma and Peacemaker season 2? And would that now we will get actual DC news in DC fandom? Don't hold your breath, Slipknot fans. So when is the next chance we get? I have no idea. Abraham Herrera, that's it, Mick. My hopes and dreams are gone. Marcus Walker, why did they even bother hiring a venue? It's a joke. I can't even be devastated because we should have expected it. It's funny. Sahan Delenia, Nifthir. Balconator, when is DC fandom? There's no date, hasn't been announced. Mandarin Mayo, DC fandom will likely be underwhelming just like last year. Yeah, it was shit last year. The first one was great. Yeah, exactly, Alex. No one gives a shit, but I don't really want to hype what you've just set up because I don't want to get in trouble. I don't mind. I love Asian people. I love black people. I love all types of people, right? But why you feel you have to make an issue with Velma and change her cultural background, you know, when you could actually create an original, epic, awesome Asian animated character, which we would all embrace, to me is the problem with extremists in the entertainment industry. The flow, Zaslav needs to look at Kevin Feige, look at how the hype fans not like this. It's a joke. Marin Mao, they just became a bigger clown than the Joker. The only reason they did an upfronts is because Disney did one yesterday and they didn't want to look like they weren't doing anything. They had nothing to offer us. Nothing. Do you know how they announced things? Via the press. John, whoever asked for a Velma series, I like Velma, but not like that. Not when it's about propaganda. Abraham Herrera, guys, stop saying we will get it in fandom. It's the same every time. We will get nothing on DC fandom, so we'll never get the DC we deserve. Nick Cotton is a bad person. My Nick's a good boy, really. That's my analogy. And now, it's disappointing, but we really need to be patient. The DC universe is a big, massive F up. The truth is the DC universe hasn't been brighter than ever. We just need to be patient. That's super. I wouldn't be surprised if Zaslav is going to give us an MCU ripoff. Alex, all they do is take white characters and race bend them instead of making something new. They want their cake and eat it too. Exactly. That's what the extreme left is. Balconator, other upfront streams ended. What a disappointment. Like, what the fuck? Marcus Walker, the only thing I can think of is that Zaslav is still finalising the DC Studios plan and didn't want to jump the gun, but my excitement has gone from 100 to somewhere in the low 20s. Marcus, if they don't have any plans for DC, I'm fine and they're working on them. But there was no need for this up front. But the stuff about Snyder getting restored and all that, that was the fans. That wasn't their faults, right? Clearly, Clay Stelb is hinting about something, but not necessarily about what was going to happen today. So fair enough on him. But clearly they didn't have any, they weren't prepared to release the stuff that we needed. Nobody really knows what the plan was. They came out, they had nothing to offer the consumer. That's the problem. Slipknot fan, if the Snyderverse was finished, Zach would have told us by now. I think there's still negotiations going on, probably. I'm not disappointed about the Snyder stuff, but they could have, you know, I don't see what was the point of this up front? What was the actual point? Bat Super, Marcus Walker, that could be true, but just like you, my excitement dropped like crazy, John. And no Batgirl news, no news. Let's talk about the 5 movies. Black Adam, Shazam! Fury of the Gods, Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom, The Flash movie, and Batgirl. Now, we know dates for 4 of them, but they could have given us exciting trailers at these upfronts. That's what upfronts are all about. And we could have got hyped. Forget about the other stuff. We could have got that. We didn't even get that. So why not call it the mini, little Warner Brothers Discovery upfronts about HBO Max, because that's all we care about. Balconator, they could have just posted their announcements online. Fuck's the point in getting a venue and getting other people to come. Waste of time. Aruna Nair. Blue Beetle was new and Plastic Man was new. Zack Snyder's Justice League should not be restored. The Crisis should be done and then reboot the damn universe. That's the best way it should be done. That's your opinion and you're absolutely entitled to it. I don't think that's a bad way of looking at things, but I would like, personally, Snyder to get to tell his art. But I like what you're saying there as well. Slipknot fan, I suppose the point was just to promote Peacemaker Season 2 and this film thing. That means there's no point. Bat Super, this upfront was just a bunch of we are a proud company and we give you great content. No actual content announced, except for documentary series and some images from SJW Velma. Aruna Nair, this upfront wasn't for theatrical releases. What was it for? What was it for? What did they actually announce? Stuff we knew about. Aaron Nair, respect. John, at least the Disney upfront gave us trailers. Exactly. The flow. If you want big changes, Hamada and Emmerich needs to go. Exactly. I don't like how DC is run currently. It's a joke. It's very disappointing. But this isn't just about Warner Brothers or Warner Brothers Discovery. This is the entire process now from extreme left entertainment. There's nothing there for us type of people. They're not making stuff for us, right? It's as simple as that. And we just got to enjoy what we had growing up and leave them to it. It's as simple as that. Balconator, not restoring the Snyderverse and just rebooting the universe will set DC fans and Snyder fans divided. No change there then. And you'd now be patient, bro. Yeah, it doesn't mean plans ain't happening behind the scenes. I said that before the upfronts. It doesn't mean he still hasn't got big plans. But what was the actual point of these upfronts? To be fair, Zaslav and Discovery never said we were getting what we thought we were getting in the first place. To be fair, but still, what was the point of this event? Draco Knightley, the Snyderverse is coming back. Unfortunately, they would have announced it by now. Draco Knightley isn't. Andrew Nair, but yeah, it's annoying that WB is doing the first thing they should do is make a DC a separate company. Yeah, what we need in the future is DC upfront from DC Studios, and hopefully in a year or so we can get that so there's no misunderstandings. Andrew Nair, but yeah, it's annoying. What WB is doing, the first thing they should do is make DC a separate company. Agreed. The Detective 96, well, I guess we just need to continue having patience, restore the Snyderverse. Rewind Times, they just sent a tweet. That's a wrap. Oh, wow, how funny. They rapped. You didn't even start. How can you rap on something you have that you didn't even start? Abraham Herrera, the point was to make fools of themselves. Andrew Nair, Zach is busy with the Rebel Moon. Anyway, right, that's it, everyone. I'm out of oxygen. I've nearly been live for 3 hours. I've had a tremendous time talking to you people. It's been absolutely fantastic. You can join me every single day in a pre-recorded edition of the DCEU Daily, where I will update you with DC live action news. I will also do Doctor Who news or anything that I want to talk about in entertainment. If you've enjoyed this stream, please consider subscribing and sharing and telling the world about me, because I've really enjoyed talking to every single one of you today. It hasn't been a waste of time for me because I've enjoyed this stream, and I hope, despite your disappointment, you've enjoyed speaking to me. Slipknot. See you later, everyone. Rewind the Times. On the Warner Brothers ad, tweet account. That's all the news from today. They didn't even have any news. The Flow, thanks, Big Bat Super. Imagine being WB and having access to the entire catalogue of DC characters and not using it properly. They have literally gold. I hope WBD understands this better than WB. Scott Edwards, can you do my article tomorrow? Maybe, no promises. John, thanks, Mick, for going live. You are welcome. Always great to see you and talk to you, John. Any dirt nearby. Thank you, everyone. This has been Movies TV Mad. I'm Mick, your host with the most. Just ask your girlfriends and your wives, please like, share, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you never miss this beautiful perfection. And I'll see you again tomorrow on the DCEU Daily. Don't miss it. Please subscribe. You won't regret it. Until I see you again, goodbye. Au revoir. Auf Wiedersehen. But before I go, let's see what you've put on here for me. Chimney Baba, upfronts was a massive letdown. Understatement, Adrenair, subscribed. Thank you. MSGT, truly disappointing. Rewind the times, it's done. The event ended. That's all the news. Wow. See you tomorrow, everyone. Thank you very much. See you again soon. Bye. I'm out of energy. That's it. I've given so much energy to this stream. I need a drink. A long, cold, alcoholic drink. And I'm sure you do too. See you again later. Bye for now.